What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream, live watch along. And today it is Arsenal against Brentford, which, yeah, doesn't have the same excitement level as Tuesday night's game, let's be totally honest. But, you know, we've still got a Premier League to deal with, and we still need to be professional, and winning is a habit. So beating Brentford today will not have, you know, there's no negative around winning another game of football. So we're here. Big up to everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope you are all well. Declan Rice week continues. We're still in the whirlwind of what happened on Tuesday night, man, when we beat Real Madrid. Not just beat, we battered Real Madrid. But we'll focus on that after today's game. Interesting team lineup today. He's made some changes. I'm not sure. Well, some of them maybe I don't agree with, but yeah, he has made changes anyway, which I think was necessary. And we play against Brentford today, who are quite an entertaining team. They do score goals. They do kind of play on the front foot. Thomas Frank's done a good job there. And yeah, the mood for today's game is interesting. Again, my friend who I share the season ticket with, he's at the game today, and he said it just feels like a pre-season friendly. It's all very friendly. It's sunny. Everyone's smiling. No one seems that serious. Everyone's just talking about Real Madrid and potentially PSG if we get through and PSG get through. So, listen, big up to everyone locked in. Really appreciate your support as always. Big up your damn selves. That's a great point, you know. Who is the captain today? Yeah, that is a fantastic point. I will look for that. Surely it's Declan Rice. It's got to be Deckers. I would think Rice. It could be Jorginho, though. Could be Jorginho. He gets the armband a lot as well. So, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see with that one. But listen, big up to everyone locked in today. Hope you're having a blessed Saturday. And we'll see how today goes. We'll see how today goes, people. Yeah, this says Jorginho is captain, which is harsh on Deckers, really. But yeah, apparently it's Jorginho. Jorginho captains the side today. Yeah, Jorginho skipper according to this. Hope everyone's well. Get the likes up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, young Francis is on the bench. It's his debut, so yeah, he's a young player out of the youth team who is on the bench. Let's get into the Arsenal team and figure out what's what. David Raya plays in goal. He continues against his former club. Obviously, last season, because he was on loan, he wasn't able to play against Brentford in the league. He can play against them now as we signed him on a permanent. Thomas Partey at right back. Thomas Partey at right back, people, which is crazy. Ben White is out injured. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail. That's a big step back. Kieran Tierney plays at left back. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. It could be his last start for Arsenal. Who knows? I'm still very disappointed that we didn't trigger the extension on Kieran Tierney's deal. He had a one-year extension. I suppose out of respect for him, Arteta said, look, go back to Celtic, play every week, and be happy. You know, Lewis Skelly and Calafiori are clearly the manager's two left-back choices. So maybe he just didn't want to be selfish and sort of keep him at the club, you know, and not play him that often. The centre-back pairing of Kivior and Saliba continues. Going into midfield, people, Jorginho, who is captain today, Declan Rice, the hero of the week, and Zinchenko comes into the Martin Odegaard role, which is very, very interesting. The front three, Ethan Nwaneri on the right, Gabriel Martinelli on the left, Leandro Trossard plays up front, people. So just in terms of changes, Timber and Lewis Skelly come out of the team. Martin Odegaard comes out of the team. Saka and Marino come out of the team as well, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm just thinking, with my lineup, what I wrote, what would I have done different? I wouldn't have. I mean, Saliba's not even on the bench. So he's getting a... Oh, no, Saliba's starting. What am I talking about? That's why he's not on the bench. No, Saliba, for me, I would have put him on the bench. I wouldn't have played Saliba today, to be honest. Only because I'm thinking from a worst-case scenario point of view, if any of these players get injured, if you lose Saliba, you've got none of your centre-back pairing for Real Madrid. So Saliba wouldn't have played for me today. I would have rested him. And if we are winning this game, get him off the pitch. Surely you could go... You could put Lewis Skelly at left-back and move Tierney to centre-back. I wouldn't. I would get Saliba off at some stage today. Marino gets a rest, of course. I think, listen, just looking at some of the situations, right? I'm delighted to see Timber get a break. I think he needs a break. ACL injury, played way too much football. Great to see him get a break. Tierney for Lewis Skelly, no problem with that. Saliba plays, okay, let's hope it's not too physical a game and he comes through unscathed. I think with Declan Rice, a lot of people wanted Rice to be left out of the team today, but he's riding that wave of emotion that he's just had the game of his life. And you know what it's like in anything. When your confidence levels are so high, sometimes you just want to be able to play. But again, I would be taking Rice off at some stage in this game. What's very interesting is that he's rested Odegaard. And I actually thought Odegaard might have needed to play because he's out of form. And remember, we rested Odegaard against Everton last week. Comes in against Real Madrid, still wasn't that good. So I thought a home game against Brentford might actually be a good game for Odegaard to play his way into form. However, interesting to see Zinchenko in his natural position, which is where he plays for Ukraine, which is where he played before Man City signed him. I wouldn't be surprised today if Zinchenko had a good game. I actually think he's good in this position. Nwaneri comes back in on the right, no problem with that. Saka, first start, came off limping, seemed to be fatigued. The manager said that he got a knock, but nothing serious, so no problem with Saka being rested. Martinelli continues on the left. He's been playing really well. So hopefully he can continue with his form. Trossard comes in for Marino. Somebody said that Marino covered the most distance the other night against Real Madrid. No problem with him being on the bench either, to be honest. And some of the big boys that we've put on the bench, I wouldn't even be bringing them on. I've got to be honest. I don't want to see Timber play today. And one or two others. I think Odegaard probably comes on, Raheem Sterling. Maybe you give Saka the last 15-20 just for a bit more sharpness. But yeah, I don't think you should be forced to bring a lot of these guys on the pitch. People asking, where's Tomiyasu? We've been asking that question for about 6 months, bro. He's out until December. So there's no point having that conversation. The Arsenal bench, Neto, Timber, Lewis Skelly, Odegaard, Marino, Francis, who's the young player from the youth team, Saka, Raheem Sterling, and Butler Adeji. I would love to see Butler Adeji get some sort of opportunity in the team for us, even if he comes on for 10 minutes. Yeah, no, listen, Partey at right back, it is what it is. We don't have a fit right back to come into this team and replace Timber, so no Tomiyasu, no Ben White. It is what it is. Where's Josh Nichols? I don't know what's happened to him. He was getting starts during pre-season. Now he doesn't even make the bench. I don't know what's happened to him. So let's see how we get on today, people. The Brentford team: Flecken, Ajir, Lewis Potter, Vandenberg, Collins, Norgard, Janelt, Damsgaard, Sade, Mbuemo, and Wissa. On the bench, Henry, Pinnock, Jensen, me, Vaudmarson, Emery, Yamaluk, Coyote, and Nunes. So there's your Brentford team, people. Should be a good game. You look at Brentford. They're not in bad form. And they're not a bad team. I actually think Thomas Frank is... I don't know how to word it. I mean, he's not one of the best managers, but I think the job he's doing at Brentford is very, very underrated. Very underrated. Every year we look at Brentford, I don't think anybody sits there at the beginning of the season and thinks, you know what, Brentford might get relegated. Nobody thinks that. We all look at Brentford and think, yeah, they'll be all right. They lost Ivan Toney, no problem. Didn't even really replace him with an out-and-out goal scorer. Just moved Wissa up top. Got Mbuemo. I think he's doing a fantastic job. I actually think he would be good enough to go to a bigger club. And when you look at the football that he plays as well, he's not one of these managers that just pumps long ball. He plays good football, and it's not even just that possession and boring football. Brentford score goals with it as well. So I think he's done a really, really good job at Brentford. It'd be interesting if one of the bigger clubs ever made a move for Thomas Frank, or whether they kind of leave him there. Kaneki said Thomas Frank, Areola, and Eddie Howe and Nuno, top managers. CT Gunner, Curtis, my guy, love all the way from Connecticut. I would have rested Partey, Rice, and Saliba. Saliba. Yeah, for me, Saliba, I'm not even sure Saliba would be on the bench today if I was the manager. I'd say, listen, mate, have a day off. I look at Saliba right now. I think you cannot afford for anything to happen to him. When Gabriel's out, all of a sudden you're going to the Bernabeu with Kivior and Tierney at centre-back. Nah, we can't afford that. What do you think of the team? I mean, it's all right. Listen, I'll be honest, I'm very, very relaxed about today's game. What I just want to see is the team come through this unscathed. If we get a win today and no one gets injured, we've hit the jackpot. That's all I'm looking for. Trossard is up front. For those of you asking who the striker is, Trossard's up front, Martinelli's on the left, and Nwaneri is on the right. Have you seen the Madrid PR? It's crazy. Well, Madrid are known for that. Madrid are known for that, people. I've seen crazy things. I saw one thing where they were saying Declan Rice kicked the ball twice on one of his free kicks. I'd never seen anything like it. Apparently the Ultras, that road that leads to the Bernabeu where the players, when they leave the hotel, that the Real Madrid Ultras are going to do a show, apparently, that's never been seen in Madrid, like fireworks, flares, everything, Odegaard needs to put a face mask on. I don't want him to see it. He might be in tears. But yeah, apparently they're really going to make it an intimidating atmosphere, and they're all saying that they're going to overturn it, and Ancelotti's getting sacked if they don't beat us. I told you, this is going to be Ivan Drago away in Russia for Rocky Balboa. We've got to be very careful. Very careful. Unknown C said, Madrid requested La Liga move their league game forward a day. Request denied. And I said this. We play today, right? We play today. They play tomorrow. They're away from home. They're 4 points behind Barca in the league. So they're going to have to play a strong team tomorrow. We've got an opportunity to rotate. They are going to close the roof as well. I saw all sorts. The roof is on fire. But I'm not going to lie. People who've been there have said when the roof closes, the atmosphere is crazy. Make no mistake, we're stepping into a fortress on Wednesday night. I'm nervous about that game. But if we score first, we'll beat them. But we're scoring first. It'll be a difficult game. It'll be difficult. But listen, big up everyone locked in. Hope you're well on this Saturday. David said, sorry late to the chat. Zinchenko is playing in the Odegaard role. Lil Tim's Curtis hypothetical theory, since 2018, an English club has won the Champions League every other season. Interesting. And they won it 2 seasons ago. Man City didn't win it next season. Lawrence said, Curtis, surely you can't go to Munich for the final. Surely you have to do a watch-along. I've already thought about this situation and I'm torn on it. Because on one hand, a Champions League final would be the biggest watch-along ever on this channel. I'd go live at like 10 in the morning and just go live all day. But to go to a Champions League final and win it would be unbelievable. I remember in 2006, I was young. I had an opportunity to get a ticket. The ticket was very, very expensive. At the time, I was young, man. And, money was hard to come by, the sort of levels that ticket was. I think it was £1,000 for the ticket and the flight. And I was like, no, I'm not going. And obviously the way the game went, I was very thankful I didn't go to the game. So listen, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Oh, wow. Everton beating Forest. That is a terrible, terrible result for Forest, man. I want Forest to get in the Champions League. That's an awful result. They might crumble. 1-0 down at home to Everton Forest. Who scored? Decore, 94th minute. Wow. Told you, Decore's good in the 8th. Villa beating Southampton 3-0. Watkins, Marlon and McGinn for my FPL Dons. Rogers did he get 1 assist or 2 assists? Rogers, Tillemans, no assist for the McGinn goal. Brighton and Leicester 2-2. João Pedro 2 goals. FPL Don. Man City won 5-2. I didn't even know that. De Bruyne, Mamouche, Kovacic, McAtee, O'Reilly, Eze and Richards for Palace. There you go. There's no other game later on right now. We're the late kickoff. Yeah, there you go. Murillo stinker. Did he make a mistake for the goal? Palace were cooking. Palace were 2-0 up. I just seen that. I didn't even know there was a game today. I've been out. Asensio missed 2 penalties. What's going on there? Listen, they got the win anyway. 3-0. Ramsdale. Stinker. Mike, thank you for the super sticker, bro. HR, replace Odegaard, play Zinni or Jorginho in midfield. Do you know what's very interesting about today's game? And people will say it's Brentford, not much to play for. The game doesn't mean too much. Oh, Rambo saved 2 penalties, so Rambo Worldy, not Rambo Stinker. Right, what's really interesting about today's game? What does Arteta do today if Zinchenko has a stormer in the 8 role? What does he do? I mean, we know what he's going to do. He's going to play Odegaard against Real Madrid, but he could put himself in a very difficult situation if Zinchenko has a quality game in that role today, because people will be going, hang on a minute, mate. Zinchenko has just had a stormer and you've dropped him. But listen, we know what he will do, but I hope Zinchenko does have a good game because I think Zinni could play well in that role. He's a good passer. If he doesn't, then, you know, he's done at the club anyway. Right, let's get into a few stories. The game kicks off in 35 minutes, people, and it is on it's on Sky Sports main event. In 5 minutes you'll get the build-up. Let's talk about Ben White, aka Benny Blanco, aka Joey Essex, aka he loves a suntan, aka I don't want to play for England because Gareth Southgate's a great big fraud. Ben White has suffered a setback in training again. Remember, he was not on the bench the other week. And again, he is out of the squad. Apparently, there was some training pictures and videos that Arsenal put out. And Ben White had all sorts of strapping on his legs. And he's clearly struggling to recover from this injury. Where he had the operation. He was out for like 3 months, came back, injured again, came back. Everton had a knock again. So not good. Ben White hasn't really been very injury prone since he's been to Arsenal. But as I always say, people, you train on a car park, all of a sudden these guys who were never injured start to have injury problems. Zinchenko, Jesus, Calafiori, now Ben White, Tomiyasu, Thomas Partey, Martinelli's done his hamstring a few times. Saka's done his hamstring. Havertz, I'm at 9 players already, by the way. I'm at 9 players already, and if you go through the years of other players that we had, this cannot be an accident why players get injured so much at this football club. Like, genuinely, I know people say, oh, conspiracy theory, you're only saying it because Rio Ferdinand said it, but do Arsenal need to move training ground? Or are these players just playing too much football? So, Kadeem, what I mean is basically Arsenal's training ground was originally a car park. So people say that Arsenal's pitch is basically rock solid when you train on it, and a lot of players get injuries on it. England trained on Arsenal's training ground and apparently said, we can't train on it. The pitches are rock hard. And Arsenal get loads of injuries. So is there something in that? People say conspiracy theory, but why do these players get injured all the time? Drake concert car park. There you go. What's going on? But Ben White, listen, apparently it's only a few days. So you would imagine he will be in Madrid on Wednesday on the bench and they're available in some capacity. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating what is happening. I mean, Diaby is always one that I don't put in the same bracket because Diaby's was just a horror tackle that, I think it broke his ankle. So that's a little bit different. But yeah, Jack Wilshere obviously was definitely his ankles were melting all the time. So yeah, that one you could, and then you've got players like Rosicki, Cazorla. Those guys were getting injured all the time as well. So anyway, big up to everyone. Hope you're well. Over 2,000 of you locked in already. How do you read all the comments and speak at the same time and maintain flow? I mean, yeah, it's interesting. It's it just feels easy. It's second nature. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just adapt to it, but been doing it every day now for what? How many years? 4 years, maybe. It's easy. It's easy, but yeah, maybe it's not easy. Maybe it's not easy, Big dreams, big up. Why Arteta doesn't give chances for the academy players? Well, he puts them on the bench. They're always on the bench. They just never come on. Butler, Adeji, all these guys, they just sit down on the bench, man. They don't ever seem to come on. There's a young lad called Francis on the bench today. Hopefully he comes on. I want to see these youngsters get a chance. You never know. We might unearth another gem. What's your prediction? Who will finish in the top 5? That's a good question. Well, Liverpool, Arsenal they're going to be the top 2. Forest, that was a terrible result, man. Everton at home, beaten. I mean, 5 get in. I think City will get in. Will Villa get in? I think Forest might miss out. They seem to be struggling. They're running out of steam. But then I don't rate Chelsea either. And then, yeah, Newcastle. Look, Newcastle got 2 games in hand. And they're 4 points behind. I'm going to go City, Newcastle, and who's going to get it? Villa or Chelsea? That's a flip of the coin. No, I'll give it to Forest. We'll go Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Forest. Chelsea and Villa miss out. I don't rate Chelsea or Villa. But I do have this sneaky feeling that Forest are going to miss out. They seem to be running out of steam. Let's have a look at the table. And you guys figure it out as well. I mean, let's go to the 7. Liverpool obviously win the league. I think Arsenal will get second. I don't think Forest are going to catch them. Forest just seem to be crumbling. City will definitely get in there. City will get in there. As bad as City have been this season, they're still second top scorers in the league. So they're definitely going to get in there. So we go Liverpool, Arsenal, City, definitely. Chelsea are very inconsistent. Obviously, it's top 5 now, not top 4. So the other 2 places, if we go Liverpool, Arsenal, City, you're looking at 2 from Newcastle, Chelsea, Villa, and Forest. I think Forest might miss out. I hope they get in the top 4, but I think Forest are going to miss out. They're running out of steam. Chris Wood's been injured. I think their squad's been stretched. They're now dropping points at home. I think Forest might end up in the Europa League, maybe 6th place, which would be a shame. But yeah. I think Newcastle might get in the top 5 because they've got no Europe. They've got 2 games in hand. They got Isak. I think Newcastle will get in the Champions League. So that's 4. So I'm going Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, and then 4th. Would I go Villa or... I feel like Villa are better than Chelsea. But they do have another Champions League game. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Let's see who the teams have got. Let me do a bit of investigating. Who have they got? People said Chelsea got mad fixture. I mean, they got Ipswich at home, so that's a great draw. Fulham away, Everton at home, Liverpool at home, Newcastle away, Man U at home, Forest away. Wow. I'm not sure Chelsea will get in the top 5 with those fixtures. That is a tough run. Forest have got Tottenham away, Brentford at home, Palace away, Leicester at home, West Ham away, Chelsea at home. Not the easiest. There's a couple winnable games. Villa have got, wow, theirs is tough as well. Newcastle at home, Man City away, Fulham at home, Bournemouth away, Tottenham at home, Man United away. Wow, theirs is difficult as well. Theirs is really tough. They might have the hardest run. Newcastle have got Man United at home, Palace at home, Villa away, Ipswich at home, Brighton away, Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, Newcastle. I think, and Everton, sorry. I think Newcastle will make top 4. Villa, Arsenal, City, Newcastle top 4. 5th place is, I reckon Villa might get it. I think Chelsea and Forest might miss out. I think Villa will get knocked out to PSG, but it's if they have a Champions League hangover or not, or whether they get over it quick and bounce back. Yeah, it's a tough one. Today, in terms of today's game, listen, I think somebody said we need 2 wins mathematically, was it, to guarantee Champions League football? Listen, it is what it is. These league games are just, we're going through the motions. I mean, when you look at Arsenal's fixtures that we've got left, I mean, we've got Ipswich away next weekend. Then we've got Palace at home, Bournemouth at home, Liverpool away, Newcastle at home, Southampton away. So you're looking at Liverpool away, Newcastle at home. The rest are fairly straightforward. So you would like to think we're not going to have to use too much energy moving forward towards the end of the season. It's just a shame that it's a real shame, because if we were 4 or 5 points closer to Liverpool, I think we could have still applied a little bit of pressure to them, because they've actually got a harder run than us. I mean, I was looking, they've got West Ham at home, Leicester away, Tottenham at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Brighton away, Palace at home. I think we could have put some pressure on them. Just for the sake of the content and the shameless nature of this channel, let's go down to page 2 to look at some of these Man Uniteds and Evertons and things like that. I mean, Man United are 4 points behind Brentford. They might not even finish in the top half of the table. I mean, Tottenham. These teams are genuinely lucky that the 3 promoted teams are absolute garbage. Look at the state of these newly promoted teams. 10 points. 2 wins all season. I'm sure they're on course to break the record. I think the record's like 13 points. Derby County from years ago. Southampton might get the lowest points tally in Premier League history. They got promoted and sold 3 of their best players. It's crazy. What's the point getting promoted? Leicester, who I thought would do all right when they got promoted, 18 points. These are the worst 3 promoted teams. Oh, it's 11 points. They might get away with it then. These are 3 of the worst promoted teams that I have ever seen in the Premier League. They've given nothing to the league. Absolutely nothing. Even teams like Luton last season, at least they had a bit of a story, the home ground, walking through people's back gardens. They made it difficult for big teams to go there. These 3 have been an absolute shambles to the Premier League. What is the point getting promoted to do what these 3 teams have done? 10 wins between the 3 of them. They'll be lucky if one of them even scores 30 goals. Ipswich have scored 19 goals this season. I mean, Southampton, the absolute joke. Growing up, Leicester, solid Premier League team, won the league 2015-16. I've seen them win the FA Cup. Crazy work. Just going back up, let's scroll past some of these scrubs down here. Nando's FC, Harry Maguire, Fridge Magnet FC. Where are Brentford? Yeah, Brentford are 12th. They've got an outside chance, maybe. Nah, they're not going to make Europe. But there's no race for the title. Sky Sports must be devastated. How are they going to sell the back end of the season to the viewers? The race for what? The race for what, mate? It's already been won. The top 4, relegation's done already. Champions is done already. Where's the hype going to come from? What Sky Sports going to hype to us for the last 5 or 6 games? There's nothing there, mate. Race for the top 4 is probably all they've got left, really. But we'll see. 19 goals, Delap has 12 of them. I think Delap will get a decent move. He will get a good move. He's being linked with Man United. Poor Premier League season. It's weird, isn't it? What has What do you think has been? What's the reason for such a poor Premier League this season? What do you guys think it is? Are we now seeing the product of too much football, where players are running out of gas and they just can't? Has the product been diluted so much by too much football? Euros, Copa America, these grueling preseason tours with all the traveling, and all the games. And now you're getting loads of injuries. The squads are short. They're being overcoached. They're micromanaged. Now the Club World Cup is now a tournament all of a sudden where you're playing 9 or 10 games instead of a few games that it used to be. What do you guys think is the reason? I know we laugh about some of these things, but what is causing football? And we'll concentrate mainly on the Premier League, but why is the Premier League suffering so much? Why are we seeing no title race with 7 games to go? Why have we seen so little entertaining football this season? I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, if we compare some of the previous years, Arsenal with 7 games to go have got 56 goals. 7 games left. Let's say they score 2 goals in every game. We end up on 70 goals. Last season, we scored 91 goals. So we have effectively, and I'm saying best case scenario, I'm not even sure we score 2 goals a game for the next 7 games because the Premier League's kind of done for us. How have we gone from 91 goals scored last season to potentially at best 70 goals scored this season? How has there been such a drop-off in that? Manchester City, 96 goals last season. This season, 62 goals with 6 games to go, even if they score 2 goals a game. With 6 games, you're looking at 74 goals. They've dropped 22 goals this season. What has happened in football? Why are we seeing less goals? Is it because of VAR? Is it because these guys are playing too much football? Is it because the demand is too high? These guys are running too much. I don't. And listen, I want to reiterate, I'm taking nothing away from Liverpool. If Arsenal were top winning this league, I'd say I don't care how boring your league has been. I'm going off to celebrate the title, you lot. But I'm just looking at the general product. The Premier League as a product is failing. I've watched the Premier League so much this season, and I'm not just talking about Arsenal. Say Arsenal play Saturday, I'll watch the games tomorrow. Sometimes I do watchalongs. And there's very few games this season where I've come away and gone, wow, what a game of football. Look at the excitement, look at the goals, look at the tactics, Maybe Klopp, Pep, Man City a couple of years ago and Liverpool, those games were top notch. But this season, I've seen very few games that have made me go, that is serious. I think the Champions League has been exciting this season because they've brought a new format and it's made a lot of big teams play against each other, which I think has been a lot better. You saw the Liverpool-Real Madrid game was very exciting. You saw Benfica-Barcelona, Arsenal-Real Madrid the other night. We've seen some very good Champions League games, but is it too much pep football, Neil? It could be. It could be. Chris said the quality of football is much better in Spain and Italy. Champions League was poor. I actually think the Champions League format's been far more entertaining this season, man. We've seen way more goals and excitement. Money's ruined it, in my opinion, overpaying for average players. Levels have dropped. Yeah, that's a good point. I think, when average players get big contracts early in their career, you're taking the hunger away from them. Have you ever noticed with rappers, all my hip-hop fans, a lot of these rappers, they make their best music when they're on the come-up. When they've got that hunger in their voice, they become multimillionaires. The music gets watered down and it's not as good. If you're Reece Nelson, and I'm not being disrespectful to Reece Nelson here, Reece Nelson is on £100,000 a week. Now, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, to be on £100,000 a week, you had to be one of the best players in the Premier League. Now, if you're at a big club and you have a decent 3 months, they give you 70, 80 grand a week, especially if you're at a big club. You don't have to do anything. Once you're a millionaire, Reece Nelson, 100 grand, 5-year deal. Okay, multi-millionaire. Even if he makes 30, 40 appearances for Arsenal over the next 3 or 4 years, so what? That's you done, mate. That's your house paid for, your mum's house paid for, your dad's house paid for, your kid's house paid for. You're making 400 grand a month plus the signing on fee that would have been a couple of £1 million. So I think the hunger isn't there anymore in the game. They turn pro, they get a big massive contract. Yeah, I've made it, I'm good. And Eddie on 100 grand, number 14. 14 is an iconic number at Arsenal. I would rather leave number 14 empty than give it to somebody that hasn't justified it. I think certain numbers at certain clubs mean more. 7 at Manchester United means more. It's Beckham, it's Cantona, it's George Best. 14 at Arsenal is Thierry Henry. That number should be retired. Retire the number. Hang it up in the stadium. It's been completed. Nothing else can be done in that unless you sign an absolute monster. Rakan said, same again next season. I can watch other stuff for entertainment. I get you, bro. Bro, you know when football finishes, I go, right, that's the end of that rubbish in the Premier League. What's going on? NBA tonight. That's me. I'll watch that for my entertainment. LeBron James, John Moran, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic. That's what I'm watching right now. Prem football. Rubbish. Not enough. Not enough for me. To be honest, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be cancelling Sky, cancelling TNT, all of that stuff. The amount of money we have to pay to watch this crap. Yeah, listen, I know I'm harping on, and I talk about this a lot on the stream, but I'm just shocked by what's going on in the league at the moment. Luka Magic, bro, I'm telling you. We need more magic in this league. Look at Desiree Doué the other day for PSG. Look at the way he was playing football the other day. Now, you tell me somebody in the Premier League that is playing that skillful with that much freedom. One player in the Prem. One at any club in the Premier League. I can't think of one. I'm thinking now, Man City, who plays like that? None of them. Arsenal, even we don't have anyone like that. Liverpool, no one. Maybe Morgan Rogers, not as skillful, but yes, Savio at City, he's quite good. Skelly and not skill-wise. He does play with freedom, though. He does play with freedom. But yeah, let's see how today goes. I'm very relaxed about today. Cole Palmer, he's had a fall-off this season. Eze's a good point. I think Eze, Savinho, Isak, not skillful, but definitely plays with freedom. Cole Palmer does play with freedom. Jota Villain said, just sub Curtis, can you drop points today? Prolonging the title race is BS. Just go for champs. We just want to... Bro, listen, can I say something? Liverpool fans, I'm talking to you out there, right? Liverpool fans, I'm saying something to all of you right now. We're not hanging on, you know. We're not hanging on for dear life. We're not trying to win these games to prolong the pain. We want it to end. When Liverpool lost to Fulham last week, we weren't jumping around celebrating. I sat there and I went, oh, God, another week. I want it over with. I want them to lift the title, have your parade, end it. This is more painful for us. So don't think we're trying to prolong this. The last thing I want is Arsenal to have to do a guard of honour at Anfield. I want them to win the title, get the guard of honour from someone else, and then we can concentrate on Europe. So, yeah, don't think we're out here thinking, yeah, I don't want Arsenal to lose today because I want confidence going into the Madrid game. But you lot, you've been the best team, 2 defeats in the Prem. Enjoy your title. You deserve it. Have your parade. You never got it during lockdown when you won the title. Respectfully, do your thing. Do your thing. We're trying to get that star above the badge. Big up Matt Southern-Guna. Lake Show settings, bro. Lake Show settings. I'm looking forward to the playoffs, man. I really am. Taffy said, time value of money, Big C, a US dollar from 20 years ago is now worth 60 cents. Yeah, so they need more of the product. So they want more games. I think over the next few years, I think you're going to see big changes in the Premier League. I think they could end up doing an all-star game. I've heard that spoken about a lot. North against South. I think you could see games being played abroad, maybe the Charity Shield. Lakers v Warriors. Oh, mate, honestly, that is going to be crazy. I genuinely think, I feel like I have to start streaming for that. LeBron against Steph. The only thing that's painful about them games for me is because it's on the West Coast. it's like 7-8 hour time difference. So them games will be like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. But I think we're gonna do it. I think that's the time. That's such a big game. I'm so excited for that game. Curtis, when are you coming to Jamaica? Yeah, I'm definitely due a Caribbean trip. I haven't been for a few years, to be honest. I've been going to America the last like 4 years, so I think it's only right. I am planning my summer holidays now. Korean 5. Oh, I mean, they're looking good, man, with Jimmy Butler and Draymond, but Luca and LeBron, Austin Reeves is cooking. It'll be good, man. It'll be good. La Liga has become the best. Would you say La Liga? I mean, if it's not the Prem, it's got to be La Liga, right? Serie A has been missing for years. La Liga play good football. John, I haven't been since 2010. Yeah, I'm definitely due a trip, man. Grant said I'm in California, waking up at 4:30 to watch Arsenal. You can watch Golden State. I mean, listen, at least if I wake up at 4, do you know what? I'm not one of them guys, I'll be honest. I have to stay awake. Once I go to sleep, waking up to go and stream, I'm finished. I have to just stay up all night, do the all-nighter, and then sleep, you know? But waking up for Arsenal at 4 a.m., I mean, half the games have been boring. At least if I get up at 4 to watch Golden State Lakers, I'm going to be entertained. It's a fact. Nigerian Naira 2 years ago is now worth 10 Kobo. That's 1/10 of the Naira. It's crazy, bro. Imagine, like, you used to go to America back in the day. £1 was $2. You used to get double your money. You go to America, like, yo, New York, 5 days, whatever. You take a little £500-600. You were getting $1,000, $1,200, you know? Double the money, man. It's crazy how all this stuff's changed. But yeah, man. Should we apologize to Arteta? No. Win the trophy first, and then you get a big apology. But no. Curtis, come to St. Lucia. I would love to, bro. I've only been in the Caribbean. I've been Jamaica, Dominica, and Antigua. I think that's it. I think the only Caribbean countries I've been to. Pound is $1.2. You see that for a drop-off? Mad drop-off. Yob said, Ramsdale is good enough to be in a better team. We did him dirty selling him to Southampton, but he obviously wasn't that rated, bro, because I'm sure he wouldn't have gone to Southampton if a bigger club. I know he was linked with Newcastle, and that's clearly how he was rated. He's being linked with Bournemouth, so maybe get another move. Poor refs have cost the quality of the league. They definitely haven't helped, but the refs have been poor for a while. So are they the reason? I think they haven't helped. MJ, hilarious people are saying footballers fell off, but Fergie and his players are constantly looked down upon for the likes. But Fergie and his players are constantly looked down upon for the likes of Salah and Van Dijk. I get what you're saying. I get your point. It's difficult because I think that the Premier League, like, for example, people say Van Dijk. I've seen people say they think Van Dijk's the best centre-back of all time. I've seen people go that far in terms of the Premier League. But then you look at it and you go, well, Rio Ferdinand and these guys were playing against Drogba, Thierry Henry. They were playing against Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Gianfranco Zola, Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah, they were playing against 15 top-quality strikers every season. Van Dijk's playing against probably Isak and Haaland, who are really going to give him, Mateta maybe physical presence as well. So it is difficult to compare generations because the level of player has maybe dropped off. I also think it was more difficult for centre-backs back in the day because everybody played 4-4-2, which meant 2 strikers play against 2 centre-backs. Now, 2 centre-backs play against 1 striker. So the centre-back's job has become easier. Current starting 5. It's difficult because do you know what? I'll put Jokic as the center. Steph Curry as the point guard. Then I'd go LeBron. I'll still get him in there. Unbelievable, still at 40. I think based on this season, you've got to put Shea in there. I think him and Jokic are the top 2 highest scorers in the league. And then I would probably go... I like Anthony Edwards, I like Anthony Edwards. He's a beast. I've probably forgotten. I like Luka as well. I like Giannis as well. Yeah, there's a lot. It's tough. It's tough. John Morant. I mean, Morant's probably more. Morant's like I love the celebrations, you know? I love the celebrations. Oh, Tatum. I didn't pick Tatum. Yeah. I didn't pick Tatum. He's very, very good as well. Yeah, you're right. You know what? I forgot. Kyrie done his ACL, didn't he? And Wemby is out as well. Shoulder injury. Yeah, Tatum probably should be in there somewhere as well, to be honest. Celtics are, I reckon, favourites to win it. What are you going for? SGA, Ant, Tatum, Giannis, Joker. True, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm always going to get a place in the team for him somewhere, you know. Kevin Durant, no, he's had a bad season, man. Suns are a mess. Phoenix are a mess. Yeah, I know some ball. You know, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but definitely I know some. Anyway. The Morant celebrations are... Well, he got banned, didn't he, for doing the gun celebration. So now he takes the grenade out, throws it and covers his ears. So it's sick celebration. Tyler Hero, no, he ain't getting in the team. I know he's like Miami's best player right now, but he ain't getting in the team. I can't lie. Right, what have we got here? Gyökeres. I know we talk about him every day. Daily Victor, we'll call it. Basically, he's got more goals this season than last season, and there's still however many games left. So basically, you could be talking about 50 goals in all competition. I think we talk about this guy every day. I might actually get to a point where I don't talk about him until we make an offer for him, because it does get a little bit boring having that conversation. They're 2 points off top of the league this year. Benfica are top. So they are fighting for the league at the moment. I'm just looking, how many games do they play in their league? They play 34. They've got 6 league games left, and he's got 1 goal more than last season already. So there's every chance he could end up with 50 goals this season. I mean, and 43 last season. So you could be looking at 90 plus goals in 2 seasons. Get the deal done quick, early, and bring him to the carpet. Simple as that. What do you rate the Gyökeres celebration out of 10? I give it a 7. 7 or 8. You bring it to Arsenal, it's probably a 9. Gyökeres 9, you know. Celebrations look better at certain clubs with certain players. Let's be honest, yeah. Ruben Neves and Kimmich and them, man, were doing that celebration from early. When Rashford did it, because it was Rashford, because he was at United, that celebration went through the roof. Everyone was doing it. You know what I mean? Gyökeres in a Sporting Lisbon shirt, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. You come to Arsenal in the number 9 shirt and do that in the Prem, that's a 9 out of 10 celebration. No messing around. We have that aura, people. You know what I mean? Aqualife, I feel we should go for Lautaro Martinez, proven and on paper the biggest name among all strikers. I've said it before, and I know I repeat myself a lot when it comes to Lautaro Martinez. My biggest problem with him is, if you look at the success he's had over the last 4, 5, 6 years, it's always been with 2 strikers. He won the league with Lukaku, then it was Edin Dzeko, and now it's Marcus Thuram. All of his best work has been with a big man striker up front with him. I don't know whether he can come to the Premier League and play up front by himself. So I'm not sure about him. Plus, he's on a long contract. He's their captain, and Inter are top of the league. I don't see how you get him out of there unless you blow up the market. And I wouldn't pay crazy money for him. But we do need a striker, that's for sure. Right, a couple of things to let you know today, people. We are about to kick off. The players are on the pitch. 4 minutes until kickoff. And semi-automated offsides will be used for the first time today in the Premier League. I don't know what's taken them so long, but they're finally using them. So let's see if it makes a difference. Let me just get the tweet out, hoping for 3 points and no injuries today. I'd love us to just get a win. It'll be interesting how motivated Brentford are. They can't really get Europe. They can't get relegated. How motivated are they going to be for the game? For those of you just tuned in, big up to you. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get 2,000 likes today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're 100 away from 92K. It would be great if we could hit 92K today. If you haven't subscribed, in fact, we're 94 away from 92K. If we could hit that today, it would be amazing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel right now, people. It would be a massive help as we approach and we try and hit 100K. Arsenal lineup: David Raya in goal. Thomas Partey is at right back. Tierney is at left back. Kivior and Saliba play at centre back. For me, I would not have played Saliba today. I would have rested him. Jorginho comes into midfield to replace Partey. Partey's at right back. Declan Rice plays. A lot of people wanted Rice to have a rest. Came off with a knock the other night. Maybe the manager's decided to play him because he's on such a high. He's just had the game of his life against Madrid. Zinchenko comes into the 8 role for Odegaard. Again, I thought Odegaard would have played today. Out of form, needs the confidence. Sunny afternoon at the carpet. But Zinny gets a chance. If Zinny has a stormer, can he get Odegaard out of the team for Real Madrid? I doubt it, but it would put pressure on Arteta. Waneri plays on the right. Saka gets rested. I'm happy with that. Saka came off with a slight knock. Should be okay for Madrid. Martinelli on the left. He's been in good form the last few games. And Leandro Trossard comes in up front. And that means that Mikel Merino has been rested to the bench. He gets a rest. Apparently, he covered the most ground of any Arsenal player the other night against Real Madrid. Interesting that he played Rice, played Saliba, but rested Odegaard. I would have played Odegaard and rested Saliba. Maybe even Declan Rice. On the bench, Neto, Timber, Lewis Skelly, Odegaard, Marino, Francis, who's a young player, makes his debut. Saka, Sterling returns, and Adeji, Butler Adeji is on the bench. Arsenal about to kick off. Flecken, Ajer, Lewis Potter, Vandenberg, Collins, Norgard, Janelt, Damsgaard, Sade, and Mbuemo and Wissa is the Brentford team. Score predictions, I'm going to go for 2-1. Again, people, 2-1 is usually the score that I say when I'm not totally sure or convinced of what's going to happen. But I'm going for 2-1 to the Arsenal victory, hopefully. And, don't go... Partey at right back worries me a little bit, so maybe they nick a goal. But I'll go 2-1 to the Arsenal. Give me a score predictions. Big up to everyone locked in. Shelley said Gyökeres feels like the next Van Persie. Corner, no, not a corner. Throw into Arsenal down by the corner flag. 1-0 to Arteta trusts more on the reliable fitness of Partey and Rice. I thought he would bench them. Empty seats, yeah. I should have mentioned this, but yeah, on Ticket Exchange, loads of empty seats this morning. People selling their tickets now in the league. They obviously think with nothing to play for in the league, they're not that bothered. You know, the weather's nice. We don't often get good weather in England. They're probably thinking I got better things to do than go and watch Arsenal against Brentford. So, for anybody that doesn't get many opportunities to go and watch Arsenal at the Emirates, you're certainly going to have opportunities with these next league games that are coming up at home. I mean, just looking at some of the games, we've got Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and Newcastle at home. 3 more home games in the league. So I would use it as an opportunity. If you don't get to watch Arsenal, you can go and watch. You're not going to have to pay more than maybe 50 quid to get a ticket as well. So, yeah, we'll see. Arsenal in possession. One thing about Brentford, they are one of those teams that don't sit back. They don't just low block. They will try and attack. So I do respect them. Big up to Neil, who said his daughter is at the game. Cope said it's a sleep along. Kamangu said, let's hope for no injuries. 100%. Young said, really disappointed when I find out 19 of Gyökeres' goals this season come from penalties. He has 25 non-penalty goals in all competition. Quite disappointing. I'd still sign him. No problem. No problem for me. 25 goals. Yeah, I'll still sign him. Listen, I always say, people, Nobody complains if, let's look at Haaland. Haaland, I think that year he broke the record. Didn't they say over 20 of his goals were inside the penalty area, and a lot of them were tap-ins? Now, what's more difficult, a tap-in or a penalty? I would say a penalty is harder than a tap-in because you've got a lot of time to think. The goalkeeper's moving, he's prepared for it. So nobody says, well, Haaland scored 36 goals, but 24 of his goals were tap-ins. So I have no problem that, 17, 18 or whatever his goals were penalties. I'll still sign him. Eddie Howe will miss tomorrow's game due to illness. Was admitted to hospital. Wow. I just saw somebody mention Eddie Howe, and I didn't really understand what they were saying. They said Eddie Howe will miss tomorrow's game due to illness. He was admitted to hospital on Friday evening, having felt unwell for a number of days. We wish him a speedy recovery. Yeah, get well soon, Eddie Howe. I don't think he's that old either. So, yeah, man. Better safe than sorry, people. If you don't feel right, get checked out. David Raya there under pressure, gives the ball away. Arsenal managed to get it back. Here's Zinchenko. Definitely looking for a big game from Zinny. People, I'm going to have to close these blinds because the sun is shining on the TV. I can't see it properly. Let me just do that. It's going to have to be dark in here, I'm afraid. Right, there we go. Can't see nothing what's going on there. How can someone buy and resell tickets? So you can sell them back through the exchange if you're a member or a season ticket holder. And then other people can buy them. But most people, loads of people were selling tickets today. So if anybody, like I said, wants to go to these next 3 home games, you'll get a ticket very easily. Let's be positive. We will win both the Champions League and the league. I'm sorry, Arteta, for doubting you, said Mustafa. No, man. Listen, if somebody has a great start in the 100-meter final, they fly out the traps. They're ahead of Usain Bolt, 60 meters to go. They look like they're going to win the Olympic gold. The guy doesn't walk on, put the podium on the track and say, you know what, mate? The way you started that 100 meters, I'm going to stop the race now and put the gold medal around your neck. They let you finish the race, and if you win the race, you get the gold medal around your neck. At the moment, we're winning maybe with 50 meters to go, or we've got a chance. Arteta will get an apology if we win a trophy. What happened the other day was exceptional. I'm not going to deny that. Battering Man City 5 and battering Real Madrid are brilliant individual games and moments, but it's about what happens beyond that game. Do we get past Real Madrid in the second leg, right? And then can we get past PSG? Knight said, if you weren't a Gooner, who would you support? I think realistically, just based off the structure I had around me growing up and what was happening, it would have been Liverpool because my dad was a Liverpool fan. He was putting me in Liverpool shirts as a kid. He loved Liverpool. John Barnes, born in Jamaica, that connection. He was, and most dads want their kid to support the same team as them. I rebelled and said, nah, not for me. I love this vibe at Arsenal. JVC on the shirt, Ian Wright, gold tooth. It was too wavy for me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. That was my team, man. That's why I know that because people say sometimes, how come you support Arsenal, man? You're not even from London, blah, blah. I say, that was my team, fam. I connected with Arsenal. And there wasn't even family ties for me to be an Arsenal fan. It wasn't like my whole family was Arsenal fans. They weren't. Here's Wisser up against Saliba. You'll never walk alone. Nah, man. Thierry tax was too heavy. Oh, Brentford, half chance. Let's not concede. No, good defending. Here's Mbuemo, though. Brentford have possession. Yeah, man. Yeah, the gold tooth was too much. Oh, Mbuemo, that's a great ball headed away by Partey. I think Mbuemo will get a move in the summer. I think one of the bigger clubs will sign him. It's funny how you just it's crazy, isn't it? Like how you decide what team you're going to support. Like, I remember, because back in the day, like, I don't think I even had, like, Sky Sports when I was younger, so I genuinely used to stay up. I'm from Nottingham, bro. I'm not from London. I've moved down south, but I'm a Nottingham boy, bro. So I used to watch Match of the Day every Saturday, like, no doubt I would watch it, and I would watch all of it. So, because, like, my dad wanted me to be a Liverpool fan, but I didn't feel like I was a Liverpool fan. I was kind of watching, thinking, which team do I really like? And I always remember watching Arsenal thinking, yo, I love the way they play football, man. You know what I mean? Ian Wright and Bergkamp was there, and I just, the JVC, I love the small, like, Highbury was close to the pitch. I thought, that's my team, man. I don't know what it is about them, but that's my team. That's my team. And I started telling people, yo, I'm an Arsenal fan. I said, I'm an Arsenal fan. And I loved Anelka. I say it to this day. Nicholas Anelka is one of my favourite ever Arsenal players. I think the reason he's not spoken about by Arsenal fans is because he was a bit of a, he played for everyone. He played for Chelsea, Liverpool, so we don't truly feel like Anelka was our player. But Anelka was absolutely lethal. I mean, you hear Thierry Henry say that Anelka was a more natural striker than him. So that tells you how good he was. Yo, you're not wrong. I mean, they put me through a lot. They put me through a lot of pain, bro. I can't lie, but when you get games like the other night, it's all worth it. It's all worth it, Jermaine Pennant fan. Well, funnily enough, here's Declan Rice. It's your week. Do you want to score again? Waniri, shot blocked. And they clear it, and Bremo clears it out for a throw-in. Hope Tierney has a good game. Jermaine Pennant, when I played for City Boys, which was like your area, your district team or whatever, he was a few years older than me. Arsenal on the attack. Good save by the goalkeeper. Goes out for a corner. He blocks the cross. Arsenal have started well. Martinelli sharp there. And Pennant was a few years older than me. And then obviously Pennant got signed by Arsenal at like 15 from Notts County. He was like a wonder kid. Jermaine Pennant, ask anybody in Nottingham. Jermaine Pennant, he was like, we thought he was going to go to the top. I mean, to be honest, he went to Liverpool and had a great time at Liverpool. He got man of the match in the Champions League final, the one that they lost when Inzaghi scored for AC Milan. And he was a big Liverpool fan as well. So it was like a dream for him to go to Liverpool. He got in a lot of trouble at Arsenal. Corner to the Gunners. Rice takes it short. Martinelli whips it into the back post. Chance for Arsenal. It's good defending and they clear it. Sky version, I fell in love with Arsenal because I thought Bergkamp was Beckham. I mean, that is some confusion. That is real confusion. Beckham and Bergkamp. Anyway. Jack said his dad is a Kilmarnock fan. He was from there, but I felt Rangers was his club because he was your club because he was born in Glasgow. Yeah, I get it. Rangers and Celtic on your doorstep. And look how big and successful they are as clubs and the football they play. So Andre said, I'm from Norway. My dad was also a Liverpool fan. I always loved Henry, so I became an Arsenal fan when I got into football. Henry's aura is just crazy, the amount of people that love Henry. Knight said, if you were... No, I read that one. MJ said, all my fam are Arsenal fans. Nonsense. LOL. Sky... No, I read that one. And Pratesh said, he's a new member. Big up to yourself, bro. Big up to you, man. 11 minutes in. Are the eyelids getting heavy or what are we doing? It just feels like a pre-season friendly. I can't lie. Am I going mad here? But is Raya's kit always black socks and black shorts? Why does Raya's kit look different? I don't know. Am I doing too much here? I'm sure Raya doesn't usually wear the kit like that. I'm telling you, I'll be honest with you, people. I'm very honest with the community. The Premier League watch-alongs between now and the end of the season, they're going to be hard work. I'm telling you now, they're going to be hard work. Like, let's just get prepared for it. You're going to see a lot of changes. Boring games will probably drop points. I don't know. Make sure you like and subscribe. Can we hit 92k today, people? They clash with the Brentford socks. I thought something was different about that kit. I thought they had to change, but yeah, it is what it is. Here come Brentford left-hand side. Who would you prefer in the final? Corner to Brentford. Listen, we want a fairy tale. So let's play Barcelona. But I think Barcelona will beat Inter Milan in the semi-final. So a lot of people think Inter are the team. I personally think Barca are the team. I think Barca will beat Inter. Inter's defending is ferocious, but Barca's attack is ferocious. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Let's hope we're in the final to have that problem. But I think Barcelona will beat Inter if they play in the semi-final. I think their front three is ridiculous. Big up Kaiser, man. I hope you're well, bro. Jim said Arsenal fan since 77. Glory days. Alan Sunderland, Liam Brady, Frank Stapleton, Pat Jennings. Good old days, man. And Buemo waits as Martinelli there. Good defending. Liam Brady actually coached me for one training session. He came to Nottingham. He took a session. And I got to know a little bit about his history at Arsenal. He coached at Arsenal for a long time as well. This is a boring game. I'm not even going to lie. It feels like a pre-season friendly. War Eagle said, started supporting because of Henri, still supporting because of Big Kurt. Big up, bro. Big up, man. Night Ritual, the Bergkamp flick goal versus Newcastle made me a gooner. Dennis, what a turn. Is that the best turn in Premier League history? It's got to be. Dabby's ass didn't know what day it was. Here come Brentford. And Buemo and Saliba. Saliba gets his body in front. David Raya collects it. Listen, do you know what, people, right? I'll be honest. I'm here today hoping for an exciting game and a lot of goals, but just to add a bit of context, if this is just a boring game and nobody gets injured, it's not the end of the world. Like, there's a much bigger picture than this game today, if we're being totally honest. They're showing you Havertz sitting in the stadium. There's a much bigger picture. Don't exert too much energy. Don't get any injuries. Real Madrid. Our season's running on Real Madrid. And he said, Big C party at right back, your thoughts? It's far from ideal. Let's be honest. Far from ideal. But what option do we got? If you want to give Timber a break, who are you going to play at right back? Ben White's injured again. He had a setback in training. Big up Bill Hadam. Thank you for the super sticker, bro. Big up to everyone locked in, though, man. 3,150 of you. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Always supporting. Appreciate the community. My aim for today is, can we hit 92k? We're 80 away. If you haven't subscribed, then subscribe to the channel, people. Let's hit 92k today. Road to 100k. Come on, Arsenal. Can we at least give us some entertainment? Partey and Nwaneri on that right-hand side. Zinchenko, I want to see him getting on the ball a bit more as well. Yeah, Ben White, minor setback according to reports. They reckon he'll be in the squad for Madrid. But in the training photos, he had bandages like all over his legs. It's Saliba. Maxwell said at the pub, no volume watching, got the stream on for commentary as usual. Big up, man. Enjoy the pub. It's, the weather's nice, man. Here's Trossard. Look how deep Trossard is on the ball. He's our striker. He's getting the ball off our centre-back. That's good play by him, though. Finds Nwaneri. Got to move the ball a bit quicker. I think it's a recurring theme with Arsenal. Move the ball quickly and you can split teams open. Partey, lovely ball. Jorginho, lovely ball again. Oh, man. Got to do better there. Martinelli gets shrugged off the ball and it's cleared. That was actually nice football. Tomiyasu in the stands. He's alive. Yeah, finally. He's finally visible. I don't know where Josh Nichols is because he was playing in pre-season. Why is he not on the bench? Karos, big up to you, bro. Appreciate the edits, man. Quality. Let's try hit 1K like. Let's get 1K likes by half time, people. There's 3,200 of you locked in. Jorginho, low-key, more creative than Odegaard. He's a good player. With Jorginho, I kind of like It would have been good if we could have got him 2 years before we got him, you know? Kieran Tierney. Go forward there, Tierney, man. What you doing? Aye, Kivior got megged. Saliba. Good defending. Throwing on the halfway line to Brentford. Yeah, Forest, man, getting beaten at home by Everton today was a big, big shock. I do think Forest are running out of steam. Wow, Bayern Munich against Dortmund. Is that on right now? Yo, these lot will make me turn over. What's going on over there? Although Dortmund are not that great anymore anyway. They haven't got that many players worth watching. Maybe that Jamie Gittins, he's good to watch. That's 0-0 as well. 2 Snorefest games at the moment, people. Got a feeling Forest will get Europa. I think so as well. I think they might miss out on Champions League. I think City will get it. Obviously, Liverpool and Arsenal. And I think maybe Newcastle and Villa will get it. Forest seem to be running out of steam. Chris Wood got injured. The goals have dried up. Here's David Raya. 18 minutes gone. I bet Sky are devastated they picked this game for TV. At the time, we were probably in the title race. Good run by Saliba. Gets out wide to Thomas Partey. Right-hand side. Puts a cross into the back post. Nobody is there. But it's cleared out for a corner. We might need a set piece. Forest being cut down. Timber. I like what you did there. I like that. Don't know why Mateta gives me Henry vibes. I think he's closer to Drogba than Henry, like just as more of a powerhouse than a runner. Calafiori apparently is back in training, but how long he'll be out for, I don't know. Yeah, I just had a look at the Bayern Dortmund game, but we'll stick with this. I'll be honest, the eyelids are heavy, and we're only 19 minutes into the game. Like I could genuinely have a nap watching this. Waneri to take the corner in the chrome. I think they're Tiempos, aren't they? Chrome Tiempos. That statement is a timeout. Mateta and Henry is wild. The only thing they are is they're both black, they're both French, and they're both strikers. Apart from that, they're nothing like each other at all. I put him closer to Drogba than Henry. Corner taken short. Edge of the box, Jorginho. They've tried to work something here, and it don't look like it has worked. But Jorginho again gives it away. That definitely didn't work. Bro, yeah, Mateta and Henry. Kaiser said, yo, see, I heard you coating off public transport the other day. I got a promotion recently. Train driver now. If I see you on the platform getting on, I'll give you a live PA shout out. See you, Unit. Hey, come on, man. Listen, no disrespect to public transport. I'm just saying, man, you know, in general, public transport's hard work, man. Turns up late. You're trying to get somewhere on time. It's hot. It's busy. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, respect, man. Well done on the promotion as well. Curtis, if Real Madrid come back and win 4-0 next week, should we sack Arteta on the spot? Yeah, you leave him in Spain. You take his, you cut up his passport. You just say, listen, don't bother coming back, mate. Get yourself home. But no, we can't have that. We've got to make sure we get past it. I will score. I'm certain we'll score. Good defending by Saliba. Wow, this game is boring. And trust me, I've watched boring Arsenal games, although Brentford could be in. Good save by David Raya. And cleared out for a throw-in by Tierney. And Buemo with a good ball down the line. Shot. Should have gone across the keeper. Kind of hits it near post. If he'd have gone across goal there, we would have been in trouble for one of two reasons. One, he might have scored. And two, there was players there who might have got the rebound. Good, and Buemo's a good player, man. I'll be honest. Watched him a few times this season. He's very strong. If you look at Mbuemo, man, he's a stocky player for a winger. And he's got some pace with it as well. I think he definitely warrants a move in the summer. Long throw-in. Wow, that's a long throw. Partey heads it away. No wonder there's empty seats. Great touch by Trossard. He gets clamped. Referee says no foul. Brentford have possession. Would you take Mbuemo? I would, but I think, can he play on the left? I don't know. We've got bigger priorities than than right wing. We need a left wing. Wissa heavy touch goes out for a goal kick. Oh, bro, Cunha's an absolute baller. I love Cunha. I'd take Cunha over Eze. And I loved Eze, by the way. Eze was like Saka warming up, getting a big round of applause. Eze was the one that I wanted, to be honest, but I like Cunha more than Eze. Eze gets injured. That's the only thing. And he's a bit, I don't know if he works that hard off the ball. Martinelli, corner of the penalty area, twisting, turning, shot blocked, goes out for a corner. Cunha is a small team player. I don't know, man. He starts for Brazil now. He's been at Atletico Madrid. I wouldn't write him off just because it's not like he's come from nowhere and just gone to Wolves. He's been at Atletico, bro. He started for Madrid against Argentina and scored. Man United seem to be moving for him more than us. I don't know whether Arteta sees attacking midfield as a priority, even though a lot of the fans do. Wow, apparently he put a post up. Time to be happy. I will follow my dreams, not yours. He then deleted the post 5 minutes later on Instagram. Wow. See, I told you, Cunha's got a mad attitude, man. Ball whipped in, headed wide. No, it's another corner to Arsenal. Cunha's a baller, man. Eze reminds me of Zidane. Boy, this Real Madrid hype's got people moving crazy. Eze reminds you of Zidane, and somebody else said Mateta reminds him of Henry. I don't know what. Yo, this Real Madrid win got people in the clouds. I get it, like the laid back nature, but in terms of talent, not even on the same planet. But okay, I'll let you off. We beat Madrid. Yeah, Cunha's attitude will probably scare Arteta off. Anyway, corner to Arsenal. In swinger. Keeper flaps it. I think that's another corner. Good cross in by Waneri there. Tierney reminds me of Marcelo. You know what I mean? Everyone misbehaving today, people. Everyone's misbehaving. I love that Premier League ball, man. Even the way it spins. You're going to be devastated when they're wearing Puma or playing with a Puma football next season. You know what I mean? But I get it. It's been a good week. And Tottenham have hired Vinay as CEO, which is even crazier. Anyway, corner whipped in. It's high. It's flicked away. Comes out to Declan Rice. I want Arsenal to get a free kick. And Declan Rice gets it. And see if he scores again. Here's Zinchenko. He's been too quiet for me. He needs to get on the ball more. Waneri. Come on, have a go, man. That's a great ball. Yes! Arsenal take them. It's Kieran Tierney. Iron Brew. Haggis. Rangers and Celtic. Rabsy Nesbitt. Scotland. Kenny Dalglish. Kieran Tierney, lad. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. Give him a new contract. The pride of Scotland. He trains in a t-shirt even when it's snowing. What a ball in Ethan Waneri. Great ball. Tierney. Is he offside? He's offside. This ain't going to count. Is that offside? This is going to get chalked off. Look at the celebration I've just done. You would have to bring in semi-automated offsides the day we have an offside goal. He's off. I just did a prime Scottish celebration and you're offside, bro. Oh, no goal. He's offside. He is well off as well. He kind of moved from an offside position to an onside position. So when he actually headed it in, he looked onside. I like this comment, though. Despite all the craziness, Curtis reminds me of R9. I hope you mean in the footballing sense. Not in that he put loads of weight on after he retired, you know. Anyway, yeah, Tierney's offside. Yeah, my intro goals, they do remind me of a young R9, people. It's There's definitely similarities. Do you know how much Scottish I just did then? I rinsed the whole accent. Oh, wiped out Martinelli. Get him off! Oh, Phil Mitchell, what are you doing, ref? That's a horrible challenge, man. That should have been a red. Please don't tell me Martinelli's injured, by the way. Oh, my. Nah. What are we doing? I need to see the replay. Scissors. He's jumped. Nah, come on, man. What are we doing? That challenge is why VAR was brought into football. That's a disgraceful challenge. Look at this guy smiling. Go to VAR. That's a shocking challenge, man. He scissored him. He gets nowhere near the ball. That's a disgraceful challenge. Yeah, Arteta going mad. I'm with you on that, ref. Why is the ref not asking VAR for something? That's a disgraceful challenge, man. Absolute shocker. No, man, I think that could be a red. I think Martinelli's all right. That's a horrible challenge. He knows what he's doing. He's nowhere near the ball. Nowhere near the ball. I don't mind if a player goes for the ball. It's a shocking challenge. Look at the state of that. He jumps. He actually... No, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you know me, I'm not on this all referees. I think that is a shocker. Nowhere near the ball. Scissor. And I don't mean the R&B singer. Martinelli's up anyway. Martinelli's up. He's all right. I think that's a red. I'm sorry. In the modern game with VAR, you get sent off for that. Anyway, we play on. We keep it moving. We keep it moving. Anyway, here come Brentford. Tierney clears it for a Brentford corner. Bro, yeah, exactly. MLS getting sent off for that. Tierney, 1 minute he scored. I'm celebrating in Scottish. Now he's giving away corners. That B-Tech Phil Mitchell refereeing. Big up Sandwich. Appreciate the super sticker, bro. Oh, Pele or Maradona. That is tough. That is really tough. I mean, listen, I didn't watch enough. I didn't watch any of them live, really. In fact, I saw Pele. Not Pele. I saw Maradona 94 World Cup, but he was a mess by then. He was wide-eyed, staring at the camera, looked like a lunatic. My dad always says Maradona. Hard for me to say. Maradona won the league with Napoli and stuff. Pele didn't come to any of the major European leagues. I'll go with Diego, you know. Diego Armando Maradona. I'll go with him. He did it in Europe as well. Anyway, guys didn't watch Pele. Yeah, it's hard for me to say Pele. Pele was in a super team as well, man. That Brazil team was unbelievable. Jairzinho and them, man. But Pele, unbelievable. 17 years of age, World Cup. Martinelli, that's a great... Oh, no, it isn't a great ball. He got too much on it. Well done, Thomas Partey. Does well there. Man just said Damsgaard's hairline's wild, and I've just seen it. Is Raya better than Martinez now? I have to admit, when I watch Emi for Villa, he doesn't look amazing. He always looks a lot better for Argentina. So it's difficult. Maradona is the GOAT, end of. Well, listen, he's definitely one of the GOATs. I wouldn't argue. There's certain players that when people say, oh, he's the GOAT, I just say, no problem. I will never argue with that. Maradona, Pele, R9, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, all those kind of players there, Cruyff, Platini, Zidane. You put any of them in the GOAT, I'm going to say there's no arguments. They are the GOATs of the game. And then it's just personal preference. You know, I got no problem with them guys. Oh, great ball by Zinni. Finds Waneri. Oh, the cross gets blocked. I like the ball from Zinni, though. Go on, Zinni. He just dropped Mbuemo to the floor. Aye! What you up, Zinni? Oh, good shot, wins the corner. Zinchenko. Oh, go on, Zinny. I want Zinchenko to play so well that he puts the manager under pressure for Hazard or Bale. Gareth Bale, man. I love the way Hazard plays football. I saw a compilation about 2 weeks ago. Gareth Bale at Real Madrid. And I know, listen, we've seen it, but sometimes you need a reminder. I'm watching what Bale was doing at Real Madrid. I'm like, nah. This guy was unbelievable. Oh, Waneri Walker. Oh, it's blocked again at the near post and cleared. You guys, offside. Bale was ridiculous at Real Madrid. Absolutely ridiculous. Hazard's amazing. He's a Premier League legend. He didn't really do it for Belgium. He didn't really do it in the Champions League. Nah. Bale was unbelievable. He could be that. He's up there as the best British player ever. I would say Bale, Rooney, Gascoigne, those guys there. Bale was ridiculous. It's just Ronaldo was there, so he was kind of in the shadow. If Arsenal lose against Real Madrid, I feel Saliba will go. Yeah, we ain't losing, man. Look at that from Saliba. Get off him. You know what I love about Saliba? He can just carry the ball forward. He's strong as well. Name Bear Goat's not one Arsenal player. I said Henry, didn't I? Thierry, bro, relax. Maybe I didn't say him. Forgive me. MJ's always waiting, to just... Thierry Henry, my friend. He is one of the GOATs. I don't care if he never won a Ballon d'Or. World Cup, Euros, Champions League, Premier League, Invincibles, Golden Boots. We all know the real GOAT is David Seaman. Well, he looked like a bit of a GOAT with that ponytail. Yeah, Rivaldo. I should have probably named him as well. Trossard with a Stella or Trossard kind of cross. No power. Arsenal still have possession. I'm looking forward to half-time. Who would you sell from our current squad? Marcelo or Nuno Tavares? Headed across goal, cleared away. Who would I sell from our current squad? I'd sell quite a few, my friend. I'd sell quite a few. Tierney's going, Jorginho's going. Zinchenko, I'd be open to offers. I'd get rid of Havertz. I'd get rid of... Oh, what a ball, Martinelli. What you got? What a block that is. Who played that pass? Was that Jorginho? Oh, Saliba, what a ball that is. Great first touch as well. It's a great block. The defender's just thrown him. Look at the first touch by Martinelli. Jeez. Outside of the foot. He scores that if he don't block. It's a hell of a block. I'd get rid of Jesus, Tomiyasu, Havertz, all of them guys. Gerrard or Lampard? Steven Gerrard, man. Gerrard had more than Lampard. Thoughts on Salah and Van Dijk extension? I'll be honest, from an outside point of view, being an Arsenal fan, especially Van Dijk, I was thinking, don't renew, please. But yeah, I think Trent is the most replaceable out of the three. So I think to keep two out of the three, they've done well. The only problem is Trent's a lot younger. Those two are in their 30s. But Van Dijk is irreplaceable. MJ Thierry ain't no GOAT. You're mad, bro. Come on. 5 golden boots. World Cup winner, Euros winner, Champions League winner, Invincible winner. Come on. Even you know. I'm telling you now, even fans of United, Liverpool, Chelsea, they all loved Thierry growing up. They won't say it because it was an Arsenal player, but everybody loved Thierry, man. There's just no doubt about it. Good cross, all collected by David Raya. Gerrard was world class. Yeah, he was. That guy was a maverick, man. Gerrard, watched him a couple of times against Arsenal, and off the ball, I remember watching, the guy never stopped running the whole game, yet when he had the ball, he could spray passes. He was tackling. He was winning headers. He was shooting from 30 yards. His technique was unreal. Steven Gerrard, he's one of the Premier League's best midfielders. He was a maverick of a player. I rate Lampard. Lampard as a goal-scoring midfielder was unbelievable. When Drogba was up front, And then you had like Lampard, but Lampard was getting 15, 20 goals a season. But if you, I feel like Gerrard was the original 30 yards out rocket. Like if you shot from 30 yards and it went like top corner, it was like Gerrard. Andy Gray shouting Gerrard. You know what I mean? That was just Gerrard in the Adidas kit with Fernando Torres up front. And them times there, he was a madman. He was a madman. I can't lie. Zinni playing better than Pillowfoot. He needs to get on the ball more, but what he did there was decent. He was definitely decent. Yeah, MJ's holding a timeout. I don't care if you're paying, bro. You're disrespecting Henry on this channel. It can't happen. Hold a timeout, bro. You can't come in this channel and disrespect TT, bro. He's better. He's the best Premier League player of all time, bro. What are we doing here? Put some respect on the King's name, bro. You can't do that. Anyway, how long we got? 7 minutes till half time. But thank you for the super chat. Anyway, Partey finds David Raya. 7 minutes till we get a break from this. Stand up if you hate Tottenham. Why not? Why not, people? They're in the bottom half. I think Tottenham will go out on Thursday, by the way. I think their season will be over. I think Frankfurt will beat them. Oh, Cole said he's 66. He's seen Pele and Maradona live. Pele streets ahead of Maradona. Wow. Interesting. How's Cruz getting along with his football? He's doing well, man. His season's finishing in the next couple of weeks. He got signed in academy football this season, so he's got to now, go up to that next level. But he's scoring a lot of goals. One thing I'll give him, man, he scores all the time. So no matter who his team have played against, he finds a way. Played Man City, he scored. Played West Ham, he scored. So you just got to keep developing. That's all it's about. Young player, however good you are as a young player, you've got to develop. You've got to get better. I tell him all the time, like, there's thousands of kids who are trying to take your place, so you've got to keep improving. My biggest advice to any young player playing football is become a two-footed player. That's my number one thing I would say to any player. Be two-footed. You can't get away with being one-footed. If you're one-footed, you need to be you need to be like Messi with that 1 foot. You have to be a two-footed footballer. Use both feet. That's my biggest advice to any young player trying to make it in football. Here's Declan Rice. Drills it across with his left foot. Oh, goes out for a corner. Use both feet. Because if they're comparing you as a coach to another player and he's two-footed and you're not, they'll take him over you. Because you're more unpredictable then. So, two-footed players. Look at Zidane's goal in the Champions League final with his left foot. That you can't. It's so difficult to defend a player like that. Lampard had more assists than Gerrard. Yeah, mate. Stats don't mean everything. Lampard played for a better team that scored more goals, that won more trophies, but we're talking individual players. He ain't better than Steven Gerrard. I'm sorry. He's just not. In my opinion, some people disagree. If you look at Lampard's numbers, there's definitely an argument. If you're looking at the all-round game, Jezza is a better player. Cruz can use both feet, but again, you've got to keep getting that weaker foot even better. Get it as close to the level of your right foot as possible. Corner to Arsenal. Yeah, Rice maybe is becoming an 8. You know what I mean? He just done step overs there. I said, that free kick's turned you into a madman. It's turned him into a madman. Confidence is a big thing. Ball whipped in, headed over the bar, goes out for a corner. Trossard, who, for me, I'd be getting rid of this guy in the summer. Not because of that header, because I just think he's reached the end of his time at Arsenal. Remember Cazorla, bro? He was taking free kicks with his left foot. Berta's there again. Why do I get hyped when I see Berta? Berta looks like either a bad guy in James Bond. Like, even there, he's rubbing his head, but it looks like he's holding a gun. I'm telling you, he looks like he should be in Goodfellas with Robert De Niro. I'm telling you, Berta makes me think if you sit down in an office with him, he's going to threaten you to sign for Arsenal. I don't know why. We're putting loads of faith in Berta. I hope he's as good as we think. Anyway, best advice for a young lady wanting to start OnlyFans. You lot love trolling me with these questions, innit? You lot love trolling me. What do you mean, bro? I can't believe a lot of these girls are doing it. They're making a lot of money, but I think there's better ways of doing it. That would be my advice. But if you got to do it, then, you know, bills have to get paid, right? But, yeah, let me not say too much. He will undercut Arteta. He might need to. Arteta might need that to happen. I don't know if you guys heard, but I was reading something the other day. Liverpool fans, let me know if this is true. Apparently, Michael Edwards and Klopp, it said their relationship started to fall apart when Darwin Núñez was signed, because apparently Michael Edwards and the recruitment team at Liverpool were saying they didn't think Darwin Núñez was right for Liverpool. And apparently Klopp was insisting, like, I want this guy at Liverpool because he was so good when Liverpool played against Benfica. And apparently Klopp, because he had so much credit in the bank of what he'd done at Liverpool, they kind of said, look, we'll listen to. And they reckon him and Edwards, that's where it all started to go rocky from there. And then Edwards left. And then Klopp left. And Edwards came back. Oh, good turn by Trossard. Oh, good save. Left foot shot. Yo, you lot see the pigeon on the pitch? That's the most exciting part of the game. Pigeon was trying to score. Watch this pigeon when Trossard scores. Great chop by Trossard. Look at the pigeon. Pigeon tried to head the ball, fam. I swear down. Look at the pigeon. Pigeon tried to score. Right, corner to Arsenal. Come on, just give us a scrappy win. We'll take it. Corner taken short. Martinelli. Well, we got a minute to half time. Trossard nearly killed a pigeon. Well, Partey used to try and hit pigeons, but they were on the roof. At least that one was actually on the pitch. Is Kaka in your top 5 cams? Yeah, he's... I said this the other day. Kaka would be the best player in the world now if he played now. He'd win the Ballon d'Or. Kaka was effortless. He just used to run it. It looked like he was jogging. He just jogged past people. Pigeon is our new striker. Probably better than Havertz, to be honest. Probably better than Havertz. Scarrety said he's been trying to talk the wife into doing those cam-only fan stuff. Would make a fortune. She's having none of it. No, man, you don't want that. You don't want that. Keep her off that, man. Don't compromise for the money, man. But these girls making big money off it. Oh, Deckers gives the ball away, man. This game's been awful. Absolutely awful. This is another one in the bag of Snorefest football. Not even a lot of chances created. Brentford don't look bothered. I feel like Brentford are thinking, not getting relegated, not getting in Europe. These men are on the beach. These men are absolutely on the beach. Here's Zinchenko. I think Zinny's been all right. He's done well. He just needs more. He needs more. Needs to get on the ball more. Do you rate Havertz at all? Listen, he's not a terrible football player. I've always said this. Havertz is a decent football player, right? Technically good movement, understands the game well, versatile around the pitch. But because of what he cost and the wages he gets, I don't rate him at all. I don't. Like, if we'd got him for 30 million, let's say Chelsea just said, we're going to let Havertz go for 30 million. And he was on 150, 160 grand a week. I would have sat there and gone, I still wouldn't sign him, but I wouldn't be that mad. It cost 30 million. That's what Fabio Vieira cost. He scored a few goals. It's because he costs so much money. The managers place so much importance on him as a player that I don't rate him. I think he could go back to Leverkusen or go somewhere else and look like a good player. But in the Prem at Arsenal playing up front, he's average for me. He's average. Half-time whistle goes, thankfully. Man, oh man, was that boring. Oh dear. Wow, that was boring. That was a seriously boring half. These next, 6 watch-alongs? They're going to be pure agony watching this. I'm waiting for the half-time whistle to just have a break from the game. Dreadful, absolutely dreadful game. From Tuesday to this, but you know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. I expected it. We're missing, we're lacking balance, you know, with Partey not being in midfield, Trossard's drifting a lot. I'm not sitting here angry. We've just done Madrid 3-0. We've got a massive game Wednesday. We've made changes. I actually want us to take Saliba off. I'm Rice. I would get both of them off, so it might make us even weaker. If this game's 0-0 and I've got to be bored for 90 minutes and we get past Madrid on Wednesday, then I'm happy. But I still don't understand. My biggest thing I don't get about Arsenal, and I haven't understood for this season, is why are we playing so slow? I don't get it. And this is not just because of today, because today's different. These players psychologically know, I don't want to get injured. I don't want to use too much energy. We don't want to lose, but you don't want to exert too much energy for Wednesday. Real Madrid play tomorrow. So we've got an opportunity to get this game out of the way, bring some more of our players off. Madrid need to try and win tomorrow because they're 4 points behind Barcelona in the league. They've got a chance of winning the league. That might save Ancelotti's job if he can win La Liga. So they will have to play a stronger team. So it's all about Wednesday. I would hate to see us lose because that's still not going to help confidence. But for those of you who've woke up in the middle of the night or it's late at night and you're hanging on to watch this game, I commend you. Honestly, I really commend you because this is wow. It's so poor. Why have we been so slow this year in the Prem? I don't get it. You have to play quicker. To be successful in the Prem, you've got to play quick football. You catch teams out. Burton must be looking at this going, listen, in the Prem, you've got some issues. You need new players. This is where you need a striker because a striker would be getting shots off, would be a goal threat. We haven't got that. We haven't got that. You can see with Arsenal, when we rotate, we look like a very average team. Do you know what I mean? When we make 4 changes, 5 changes, we can't cope with that. And we need to be in a situation where we can make 4 changes and still beat teams. You know what I mean? So, listen, here's what it is. Yom Kippur said, Big C, Sanchez or Hazard, Alexis won 2 Copa Americas. I mean, listen, Hazard for me is an unbelievable footballer. There might be a lot of bias attached to this, but I'm going for Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez was outstanding at Udinese, gets a move to Barca. He was very good at Barca, but people say Messi fell out with him because he was greedy. Comes to Arsenal, lights up the Prem in a team that's nowhere near as good as Hazard. Won a couple of FA Cups, and he wins 2 Copa Americas against Messi. He's got Messi crying like a baby. That's me. I'm being biased. I get the Hazard thing, though. I have to admit, right, all bias aside, Hazard was unbelievable at Chelsea. Like, I'm not even going to deny it. I loved the way he played. but he's never done anything for Belgium. He went to Real Madrid and he couldn't handle it. So look at the whole career, not just what he did at Chelsea. That's my opinion. Alexis, Sanchez left Arsenal, right? He went to Man United. He had a stinker. Everyone thought Sanchez's career's over. The guy went to like Marseille, bagged goals, and then went to Inter and was still banging goals. Hazard's been retired. Man's doing podcasts. He was done. Hazard didn't even have the same hunger for the game as Sanchez. But he's a great player. He's a great player. But I'm going Alexis, man. I'm sorry. Seen Sanchez score 25 goals and Hazard's super, super talented. Havertz being injured was a blessing in disguise. Listen, I don't want to wish injury on any player. Let's just say every cloud has a silver lining. The silver lining was Marino's gone up front and his goal record's been very good. Hazard did. The man got put a whole heap of weight on and everything. Bad Bath said 3:15 a.m. in Australia. Actually fell asleep 4 times during that. Bro, commitment. I applaud you for it. Really applaud you. Cazorla or Juan Mata? I'm going Santi Cazorla. Oh, Santi Cazorla. No, don't get me wrong. Juan Mata at Chelsea was very, very good, man. Again, another player we were linked with when he was in Spain. He was brilliant at Chelsea. I'm not even going to cap. I think he won Player of the Season one year. So, yeah, he was good. Positives, no injuries, no goals conceded. I've got nothing else to offer you, bro, to be honest. Nothing, Anthony, honestly. You're not missing anything is the positive. Arsenal would win the Premier League with Sanchez and Aubameyang. Oh, all day. Maybe one of them. I think you put Oba in this team, we might win the title. He scores 20-odd goals in this team. Hazard had Costa and Fabregas, etc. Yeah, remember when Hazard had that year where he just did nothing? Absolutely nothing. Aubameyang or Sanchez? For the streets, for the culture, I would love to say Oba. But Alexis Sanchez, baby. Alexis Sanchez. Oh, it's got to be Alexis, bro. I'm sorry. Special talent. Oba was a match winner, like, I'll get you a goal and win you the game. But Sanchez was running the show. Everything went through Alexis. The guy was unbelievable. People got to really pan out. When we have that Sanchez-Hazard argument, a lot of people just go, Hazard, Premier League, Chelsea, I think he's better than Sanchez. And I get that. Hazard's one of the best dribblers I've ever seen in the Premier. He's a dream to watch. People got to understand Sanchez did Udinese, Barcelona, Arsenal, stinker at United, Marseille, Inter Milan. I'm sure the guy was at Inter Milan last year playing Champions League, still bagging in his mid-30s. Hazard's put about 3 stone on and is doing podcasts with John Obi Mikel. Hazard was brilliant at Lille, brilliant at Chelsea, had a mad season where he got like 2 goals, didn't really do anything for Belgium, went Real Madrid and put about 3 stone on. Went from Buddy Love to Sherman Klump. So you got to put that into context. International career, didn't really do much. Sanchez won 2 Copa Americas, which is the equivalent of the Euros, really, in South America. When you got Argentina and Brazil, and you're winning Copa Americas with Chile, you got Messi crying like a baby. Nah, man, you got to put respect on Alexis' career as a package. 2 international trophies, and you play for Chile. This guy played for the golden generation Belgium team with Lukaku, De Bruyne, Moussa Dembele, you know what I mean? Axel Witsel, Vertonghen, all these ballers, Courtois. Belgium ain't done nothing. When have Belgium done anything? Nah, man. Alexis' career is better than Hazard for me. It's better. As a body of work, he's done more. He's done more, man. Do you think Neymar made a mistake going to Barca? He made a mistake leaving Barca. I always say Neymar leaving Barca is the worst transfer to happen in football in the last maybe 10 years. Neymar was the one. Like, I love Mbappe and, you know, I think he's a great player. I love Vinny Jr. I love Haaland. They're great players. Neymar was the heir to the throne. It was Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. It was Neymar. Neymar was going to be the Ballon d'Or winner, the face of football, the entertainer, the freedom. It's the rebirth of Ronaldinho, the player that flicks it over your head, nutmegs you, plays football like he's in the playground. That was the player football needed. And I don't think football would look like this if Neymar was at the top of the game. Because if he was at the top of the game, everyone will be saying, well, if the best player in the world plays like that, how are we playing this slow, methodical football? But because Neymar never did what we wanted him to do, Rodri's the Ballon d'Or winner. Now, Rodri's a great player, but Rodri's a number 6 who keeps the ball and plays about 500 passes a week. So he's deemed as being at the top of the game. Neymar going to PSG was horrific. He made a huge mistake. I watched it in his documentary. I've read about it. His dad was saying after the PSG comeback, when Barcelona came back, when Emery was in charge of PSG, Neymar obviously was the star of the show in that game. Scored the free kick, set up Sergi Roberto. He was unreal. He said the next day all the press in Spain were talking about Messi. And he was like, he said he told him, no matter what you do at this club, you're going to be in Messi's shadow. And he said, we got to go. And also Barcelona were not giving him the wages that he felt he was justified. So PSG paid the release clause, give him $500,000 a week. And the French league wasn't for him. He'd obviously not watched a lot of French football because the French league is one of the most physical leagues in the world. And they just kicked him up. His ankles were a mess. Big up Theo, man. He said Belgium were unlucky. Swear they had some mad win streak. And in the World Cup, Hazard went on mad. France nicked to win. I mean, yeah, they went on a mad run where like they won loads of qualifiers. I think they were ranked the top team in the world. But I'm talking like, bro, we've seen England get to back-to-back Euros finals. I ain't even seen Belgium. Have Belgium reached a final? Do you know what I mean? And England are not even that good. And I've seen England in 2 finals with a chance of winning it. And that's Belgium's golden generation. I ain't even seen them touch a final. And look at the team. Courtois, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Axel Witsel, Moussa Dembele, Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, Hazard, and ballers like that. And they can't make one final now, man. They had a couple good runs where they, you know what I mean? Was it Brazil or someone knocked them out? Or was it France? Yeah. But Carrasco, you know what I mean? They had ballers all over that team. They always, you know, fail. England are getting to finals with Gareth Southgate and Belgium can't make a final. England's golden. You're right. England's didn't, but it's England. We know England have just got a serious problem. There's some sort of problem with English football. They ain't, you know, they can't win anything. But that Belgium team had flair. It had everything. So, Kane hit the post for Bayern. Yeah, maybe they did have the wrong manager. Maybe they did. Oh, some kids just scored past Gunnosaurus, and the kid slipped over. The kid's now doing the Mikel Merino celebration around the corner flag. And, yeah, that's probably the... Hey, this kid scored. He's doing the Rashford celebration. Wrong celebration there, kid. I thought that was Odegaard. Anyway, HR, Arsenal should win the Prem now with Sanchez and Oba. Sheriff said just off careers in England. Yeah, we just did that one, Alexis. Read somewhere Sanchez wanted to return. Arteta said no, it's too late there. Are you going to Singapore, Hong Kong for pre-season? I'm planning to, yeah. I'm just kind of looking at it now. Definitely going Singapore. The Hong Kong part of the tour, I've just got to figure out if I need to be back. I've got some stuff going on, but definitely going Singapore. I think I will go Hong Kong as well. I wish they were going Japan. I really wanted to go Japan. Belgium is the Tottenham of international football, no trophy. Exactly, man. I don't know. I could be wrong. Have they never won any trophy? I mean, at least England will run off 1966. They'll never stop talking about it. But I don't know if Belgium have ever won anything. Are Arsenal going to make any changes? Do you think Trossard is doing something or no? Nah, I think Trossard needs to go in the summer. Sterling on the bench, Lewis Skelly, Timber. Are they going to make any? Have they made any changes? No changes. Looks like the same team. Let's hope we get a better second half. Young Kapoor said, I'm Chilean. Alexis is the reason I became an Arsenal fan. Was 12 years old when he arrived. Was disgusted when he came up playing the piano. Gave us our only 2 trophies in Chile. He is a GOAT here. Come on, man. He won FA Cups at Arsenal as well. Big C, you going to the Unity Cup? Come on, 100% I'm there. Hopefully I have media access as well. You got to look at Alexis. We won 2 FA Cup finals. He scored in both finals. Do you know what I mean? That guy turns up. He was chipping penalties in the Copa America final. Guy's a madman. Anyway, second half back underway. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Despite the game being an absolute put-you-to-sleep snore fest, 3,600 of you linked up in the community and turned up. Really appreciate it. Big up all of you. 31 on Twitch as well. Big up the Twitch gang. Do me a favor, get the likes up. And also, we're 58 subscribers away from 92k. It would be great to hit that today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Let's get to 92k. Today, we're back underway. Let's hope we get a better second half. That first half was absolutely dreadful, but it is what it is. Curtis, pick a player from each of the bottom 3 teams. Southampton would be probably that, is it Diblin? He looks good. Oh, Martinelli, that's a good ball. Missed by Waneri at the back post. Tyler Diblin would be Southampton. Leicester would be... Leicester have got a guy who plays on the wing. I don't know what his name is, man. He looks quite silky on the ball. I don't know where he's from. I forget the guy's name, man. He looked decent when I watched him the other week. There's not a lot at Leicester, to be honest, but he looked quite good. Ipswich would obviously be Delap. He's not bad. I think it was that guy. Was it El Canouse or something? I think it might have been him. He looked quite skillful. I think it was him anyway. They had a winger who was silky, man. Yeah, I think is he Moroccan or something? Yeah, baller. Looks silky on the ball. Is he from our academy? That makes sense. He looked good, man. Just dribbling past players. I thought, yeah, someone will take you if they get relegated. He's the only one for me. I don't know if anybody else thinks anyone else. I haven't really seen anyone at Leicester. Ramsdale at Southampton. He's all right. He's all right. Ball over the top. Zinni gets waxed off the ball. And then, yeah, obviously, Mavadidi is from... I know that. He's... I remember him. And then Delap at Ipswich. Omar Hutchinson's all right as well. Obviously, he came from us. Man, you should get Ramsdale. No, real talk. Ramsdale's better than Onana. Onana's garbage. Onana's absolute garbage. I don't know how Ramsdale went for less than what we paid for him, yet he got better playing for Arsenal. It made no sense. West Ham are interested in Ramsdale. Do you know what? I hope Ramsdale gets a good move. West Ham would be a brilliant move for Ramsdale. Quite a big club, good stadium. I would like to see him get a West Ham move. That would be good for him. Yeah, Arsenal business, Eros. You know, our business doesn't make sense. And you're right, Peter. We overpaid. Paid 30 million for a relegated keeper and sold him for 20. Yet we made him an England international and he got in team of the season. Here's Kieran Tierney, who had a goal disallowed in the first half. We need a goal. Yeah, Eddie Howe will not be managing Newcastle tomorrow. He's been... he's had to go to hospital. He's been feeling unwell, apparently, so hopefully he gets well soon. Here's Leandro Trossard. Tries to play a ball. It's forced. Dortmund winning 1-0. Fair play. I mean, they got absolutely annihilated by Barca, but they're beating Bayern 1-0 away from home as well. Yeah, I heard Ramsdale save 2 penalties. Didn't Asensio miss 2 penalties? I don't get why, if Asensio misses the first penalty and you've got players like Rashford, Ollie Watkins, why are they letting Asensio take the second one? No, what's going on here? Waneri and them man turning into each other. Here's Thomas Partey, wins a corner. It might be a set piece day. It might be a set piece day, people, where we just got to score a corner or something and win the game like that. We're not creating much. I want Saliba and Declan Rice off this pitch. Is Company getting the sack? I don't think Bayern will be happy that the finals in Munich and Bayern Munich might get knocked out. Maybe the league title will save him, but corner whipped in, headed away. Bayern are 5 points clear of Leverkusen, so they'll probably hang on and win the league. Oh, and Bremo does well. He's fouled. Free kick. City have overtaken us. Set piece FC. We don't score many set pieces now, do we? It's kind of stopped. Company's out of his depth. Yeah, I don't think Company is that good a manager. He got that Bayern Munich job for 2 reasons. In fact, you could say one reason is he's off the Pep tree. Pep's like the tree, and he's got all these branches, and these guys get big jobs because they're associated to Pep. Arteta, Maresca, Alonso, Ten Hag, Vincent Kompany, they all worked with Pep. They've all coached with Pep. Xavi, it's all Pep. Anything to do with Pep, they'll give you a job. All you need to do is be a coach at Man City. You'll get a top manager's job somewhere. Unknown C said, Curtis, what did you think of Edu's farewell message? Respect to him, but I'm sorry, our transfer history over the last few years and the wage bill left a bad taste in my mouth. All we can go off is what we know. Edu might turn around and say, I never signed that player, and that player. But all we know is every player we sign, we associate it to Edu. And I'm sorry, out of the 31 signings that Arteta has made, we've checked over this before, less than 10 of them are a major success, which means at least 21 players have been unsuccessful signings. So thank you for Gabriel and all these sorts of players. Thomas Partey, these guys have done really well. But Edu has left this club as an unsuccessful sporting director. I doubt very much he's going to get a big job anywhere else because he signed so many players. And like we were saying the other day, our wage bill is through the roof. It's through the roof. We got 5 players getting over 200 grand a week. So, nah, not for me. I respect him because he was an invincible and he definitely cares about the club and he's done some things well. But overall, not good enough. Not good enough. And I hope Berta obviously fixes some of the problems, So the 5 players on 200 grand plus was Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, Gabriel Jesus, and Kai Havertz. Now, those 5 players should not be getting over £200,000 a week. They just shouldn't. You know what I mean? There's no way on earth. 5 players getting over 200 grand. Then you've got Saka on 190 and Saliba on 180, and they're looking at new deals. So obviously they're going to end up on over 200 grand. So that's 7 players on over 200,000 a week. Here's Waneri. Good dribbling. He's running away from goal. He gives it away. So you're going to have 7 players on over 200 grand. Then you've got Zinchenko on 150. You've got, I know people will say, oh, you're being an accountant, but we know these things affect the club. If we want to go out and go and buy Gyökeres, give him massive wages. Zubamendi's going to want a good wage. Nico Williams already on 200 grand a week. You can't do that. You can't have 8, 9 players getting over 200 grand a week at Arsenal. That's not going to work. You've got to get rid of players who are earning good money, which is why I said I'd get rid of Havertz in the summer and I'd get rid of Jesus once he comes back, even if you've got to cut the amount of money that you want for them. So you might have to sell Jesus for like 15 million quid because his wages are so high and he's had a serious knee injury, and you're not going to get big money for him. You might have to sell Havertz for 30 million quid because nobody is going to pay that wage, and he's torn his hamstring. So Arsenal have got to clear the wage bill, and then they can bring in quality. Start, sell, bench, Drogba, Aguero, Rooney. That's an awful question, Luke, man. I don't even know how to approach it. Because they're all players that I loved at different parts of their career. I thought young Wayne Rooney at Man United was generational. Aguero was unbelievable, turned into more of a goal scorer. And the Drog is the ultimate bully boy striker. And I loved him, but hated him because he always used to bully Arsenal. So how do you even answer that question? Like, let's be real. How do you answer that question? I don't even know how to approach it. Everyone's saying sell Drogba. It's a great question. I'm stuck. Genuinely stuck. I wouldn't even know. Early Rooney, I'd play him, but late Rooney, I wouldn't go for him. Drogba at times was unplayable, but then Rooney, I feel like Rooney had more to his game than Aguero, but Aguero's a goal scorer. We'll be here all day. I'll come back to it. Let me have a think. That's basically my way of saying I don't want to answer it because the question's got me stuck. Ketir is the worst thing to ever come out of Arsenal. I'm not mad at Eddie, man. We got 30 million for him. It's unbelievable business. Wayne Rooney at his peak was like, I thought he was going to get a Ballon d'Or. Let's put it that way. Rooney, when he just started at United, I thought he's going to win a Ballon d'Or. I'll be honest with you. I thought he was that good. When he went to the Euros and was flicking the ball over Thuram and Desai and that, I said, nah, this guy's one of the best players I've ever seen. He didn't quite develop how we thought. Drogba at his best was the ultimate hold-up man striker. And Aguero was iconic. He was iconic. I'll probably, all at their peak, right? I'll probably start Rooney, bench Drogba, sell Aguero. That's probably controversial. I think Rooney all-round game was the best player out of those three at his prime. And I think Drogba at his peak was the ultimate bully defender, turned up in big games, turned up in finals. And then I'll go Kun Aguero third, which will frustrate people, but yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with them three. Declan Rice, free kick, cross. A whole heap of English tax, but yo, prime Rooney was unreal. I almost went prime Drogba, I'm not even going to lie. I was tempted to go prime Drogba. The way he used to bully defenders. Martinelli always goes to the floor like he's broke his leg. This game is absolutely awful. Currently watching paint dry, people. We're just watching paint dry. Hide your grannies, Wayne Rooney, yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest, I remember Rooney's Champions League hat-trick in Fenerbahce, that was a joke. Drogba at his peak was unplayable. I was tempted to go Drogba, but the only reason I didn't, he didn't score loads of goals, but he was a phenomenal striker. Come on, make some changes now. The game's getting a bit physical. I would get Rice and Saliba off the pitch, man. At their prime, it's start Drogba, bench Rooney, sell Aguero. I was going to say that, but maybe I should have said that. But anyway, Rap City or Yo MTV, Rap City for me, bro. I love Rap City, man. If you can sign any active player for Arsenal, who would it be? Is it somebody that is gettable or just anybody? I'd love Isak. I suppose if you're looking at gettable players, but then maybe he's not even gettable. But yeah, Rooney or Harry Kane? Wayne Rooney, bro, all day long. Kane doesn't turn up in big games. Kane's biggest career games, he hasn't turned up. Take Rooney over Kane all day long, especially peak Rooney. Would you let Cruz sign for Tottenham? Yeah, I would. I'm being honest. I'm not even going to lie. You can't let who you support get in the way of your career. Don't get me wrong. If you had the opportunity and it's like, yo, Arsenal or Tottenham, you can pie off Tottenham. But if it's just simply you're at that club and Tottenham comes for you, you've got to go. It's the reality. What are you going to do? Sit there when you're 25 and say, well, I could have made it as a pro, but I turned down Tottenham because I'm an Arsenal fan. It just don't work like that. It's a shame, but Darren Bent played for Tottenham. He came out afterwards and said, look, I'm a boyhood Arsenal fan. I don't even like Tottenham. Tottenham fans hate him. It's just football, isn't it? Playing career is different to who you support. David Raya collects the coin. You got to get the bag, people. Electricity's going up. Rice, give it to Martinelli. Come on. Look at Martinelli here. Look, why is he not making a good run there? Go on, Deckers. Here's Thomas Partey. Yes! Brilliant goal by Thomas Partey. Made by Declan Rice. Brilliant goal on the counter-attack. Get in there. Rice again. Brilliant play by David Raya. Collects the cross, throws it out. Declan Rice, driving run. Runs the length of the pitch, lays it off to Partey. Side foots it past the keeper. Brilliant goal. Look at this. Brentford corner. Raya collects it. Throws it out to Declan Rice. Rice, brilliant first touch. I actually thought he should have rolled that to Martinelli. But he waits and waits. 3 against 3. Partey outside of him. Side foots it past the keeper. Brilliant goal on the counter-attack. Rice pudding to jollof rice, people. Great goal. Rice assist. Partey goal. When you play quicker, you open teams up. And that's what you got to do. That is a brilliant goal, by the way. Like, the whole move in general is brilliant. Yes, Oh, what are you doing, Mikel, man? What's wrong with this guy? Saka and Odegaard. You're bringing Zinni off already. What's he doing? Why are you doing that? Man couldn't wait to get the snot flicker on the pitch. What are you doing? Tierney off for Lewis Skelly. Why are you bringing these guys on? Oh dear. Why are you not bringing Saliba and Rice off, man? Waneri off. These guys need game time. All right, Saka, I don't mind, right? He's been out. He's still trying to get to full fit. Why are you bringing Zinni off? Zinni's got an opportunity to... He's like, right, get Zinni off before he plays so well that I have to start him against Madrid. Saka, you've got to think he's been out for 4 months. As much as we don't want him to play, he's still finding his way to full fitness. In order to get fully fit, you need to play and play and play. You know, even if it's 20 minutes. Terrible defending by Vandenberg. Corner to Arsenal. Odegaard's on. Yo, Partey, I couldn't believe he was on the overlap like that. Great goal. We don't counter-attack like that enough. I can't believe we've just made 3 subs and the man never brought off Saliba or Rice. Go on, Deckers, lad. Decker's going to play 90 minutes, I bet you. I bet he plays 90. Decker's playing like the best midfielder in the world. You know, confidence, bro. You see, confidence in life changes everything. Changes everything. In your life, in your football career, in anything. Self-belief. He's just had the game of his life. He probably feels like Zidane at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. That's why he probably started today, because he's on that wave of emotion. If you look here, the Brentford player tries to block Raya's throw to right. Look at Rice driving. Rice might actually end up being a number 8. How can Thomas Partey not be at this club next season? Like, somebody's got to let me know. Like, how can he not be at the club playing like this? I genuinely think Partey this season's a player of the season candidate. I would say Gabriel, Timber, Ray has been brilliant, by the way, and Partey. Like, oh, Lewis Skelly. Oh, and then he fouls him. Free kick to Brentford. They are pre-scripted subs, definitely. You can tell they probably planned them. 60 minutes, 3 subs. So we got 2 left. I'd give Sterling a run out. And maybe Butler Adeji, give him a run out. I mean, Trossard again, by the way. Just not impressing me. I think I'd get rid of him. I'd get rid of Trossard this summer, man. I'm telling you. Partey, if they let him leave this football club, something ain't right, because you can't play like this and just allow somebody to walk out of the club. I've just seen the man on the overlap, like run, and I don't mean the Gary Neville YouTube channel. I mean running 40 yards up the pitch and scoring it from right back. Partey moving like Hakimi is crazy. Here's Declan Rice. Declan Zidane, oh, scoops the ball to Martinelli, goes out for a goal kick. I'm telling you, NBA Street, when you're in the red zone, you can shoot from anywhere. That's what Rice is doing. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Scooping the ball over people. Who does he think he is? But I love it. The man's got 5-star skill moves all of a sudden. He had no skill on Tuesday morning. Scores 2 of the best free kicks we've ever seen. He's doing driving runs, scooping the ball over people's head. Confidence, man, changes everything. Fabricator said, I spoke to the artist of the pictures in front of the stadium while he was drawing the new picture of Titi. Nice work, nice guy, even 100% top gooner. Well, listen, the paintings are good. I won't say too much, you know. Yeah, they're good, but I can't believe that Henry wasn't painted, and yet Josh Kroenke, Win the Dog, and Havertz were painted. You know, I think his order of paintings were not quite right, but they are good paintings. I'll give him that. Apparently, he's an absolute huge Arteta fanboy. Bayern have equalised. Bayern Munchen. Who scored? It's a good finish. I can't see who that is. Is that Kane? Who scored that from... who is that? I don't even know who that is. Muller set him up. Who scored that goal for Bayern? I can't see who that is. Who is that? Guerrero, is it? I don't know who that is. Don't even recognise the guy's face. Guerrero, right? Yeah, I thought it might have been him, but then I was thinking he's left-footed. That's a good finish with his right foot. Get everyone off. Come on, man. It's 67 minutes. Take these guys off. If he gives Rice 90, he's a madman. There's no reason for him to get 90. Here's Mbuemo. Big up everyone locked in, man. 3,690 of you locked in. Ball whipped in. Rare collects. Can we hit him on the break again? Take Rice. Yeah, Nelly's been he's been kicked a lot, man. Martinelli does this thing. Every time you foul him, he goes on the floor and he sticks his arm in the air. So you think it. Oh no, Partey's on the floor. Somebody just said in the chat, Partey's holding his groin. He's coming off. What's going on? He's just walking off the pitch. Please don't tell me he's pulled. I knew that goal would come at a cost. If he's tweaked a muscle, he won't play. The only good thing is he's walking off. But he's straight. Timber, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mikel? What are you seriously doing here? What are these substitutions? You're bringing on the players that we're all happy that are on the bench. You're bringing them on. Why is Timber coming on the pitch? Raheem convinced me in 10 minutes he's got to play football. But you never play him. I don't think Partey looks too bad. I don't think he looks that injured. Maybe it was pre-planned. Who knows? Timber, you know, give the guy a day off. I hope he's all right, you know, Partey. I mean, he didn't look too bad. But why are you... Yeah, he was smiling, so he should be all right. Why are you bringing Timber on? Give the guy a day off. So that means Rice and Saliba, at least one of them are playing 90 minutes. Which is mad. Get Rice off, but then... Here's Odegaard. Do something, please. We've waited about 10 weeks. Jorginho, you could have hit that. Here's Martinelli. Give Sterling, give Butler a Deji a run out, man. You need more than 11 players to win a trophy. Oh, that's poor. Martinelli hasn't been great today. Give Partey a contract, says Mohamed. They've got to extend that deal. The way he's played this last week, you cannot let him go. Ben White injured, yes. Slight knock. Slight knock. Check this then. Alaves actually agreed with Real Madrid to move the game forward to Saturday to allow Madrid to have the same amount of rest as Arsenal, but La Liga rejected it due to TV scheduling. Fair play to La Liga. Maybe there's an Arsenal fan there. Anyway, big up to everyone locked in, man. 3,750 of you locked in. Rice are looking for Trossard, gives it away. We're 50 away from 82k, people. 82k? 92k. Gnabry just scored for Bayern Munich. 2-1. Serge Gnabry. 6 goals this season. Bayern leading 2-1. I'll probably save Company his job if he wins the league. Yeah, you can ask to move games, but I think because it's so close, it doesn't usually happen. Because, yeah, that game will be scheduled for TV. Here's Saka. Hasn't touched the ball much. Give Sterling a bit of a run out, or give Butler a run out up top. If this guy doesn't make another sub, I won't be happy. You watch, he'll bring Marino on or something. He'll just bring one of the guys that starts all the time. A bit more game time. Anyway, listen, we're winning. So far, doesn't look like any injuries. So we can't complain. A win and no injuries would be a job well done. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Twisting and turning. There's people in the area. Shifts it onto his left. Defender does well. Deflects. It's cleared up in the air. Selling Gnabry still hurting us to this day. That was crazy, man. Oh, they're on the break. 3 against 3. Brentford here and Buemo. Oh, it's 4 against 4. Poor cross. That there, and I don't like to look at too much. That there, what Mbeumo did, is so poor. If we signed Mbeumo and he did that, I'd be shouting down the house. Why is he just crossing it in without trying to pick someone out? He had all the space there on the penalty spot to just roll that to the guy. He kicked it straight at our defender. That is so poor. Listen, I'm glad he did it, but you've got to have more composure than that. Arsenal lead 1-0, people. It was Thomas Partey with the goal. Marauding run forward from Declan Rice. Laid it off to Partey, who side-footed it over the keeper's head. Very good finish. Very, very good finish. Corner whipped in for Brentford. Brilliant header, Declan Rice. 17 minutes to go. Arsenal have got one change left available. Saliba and Rice still on the pitch. They've opened us up there. Brentford chip to the back post. All the way across. Whistle. Equalizer. 1-1. Equalizer for Brentford. It's Johan Wissa. Poor defending. Poor defending. Yeah, not happy. Not happy because when I look at this, the back four we've got on the pitch at the moment is the back four we're going to have on the pitch against Real Madrid on Wednesday. So if you can concede sloppy goals like that against Brentford, then what are Madrid going to think? Corner, headed away. React. Somebody's got to go out. Go and block the cross. And Bremo, 2v1. Martinelli's wrestling there. Look how easy that is. Cross to the back post. Look, you're all... Look, to be honest, that's a brilliant finish. It's a really good finish from Whistle. On the spin, no one's close enough to him. Timber, you're not really doing much. I don't like that. The way Trossard and Martinelli... Trossard looked like he gave up. It's a really good finish. I don't like that defending. I think we could have defended that better. Poor goal to concede. With our full strength. Rice is off. Look, I told you, so predictable, Marino. I've never known a more predictable manager when it comes to subs. I knew it. I actually called it. I bet this guy brings Marino on. Rice is off at least, but why... Oh, Saka's nicked off the keeper. Why are you not shooting? Shoot, Saka! What are you waiting for? How is he not shooting? Goalkeeper controls it. Heavy touch. Saka nicks it. Hit it. Hit it now. Why is he having 3 touches? Should have scored. Why is he having 3 touches there, Saka? I don't understand. You've nicked off the keeper. You take it around, hit it. He has another touch. Hit it! Hit it! What are you waiting for? I did predict 2-1 to Arsenal, so let's see. Ball whipped in. Jorginho on the volley over the bar. Honestly, bro, every change, he brought all the experienced players on. Didn't give anybody a day off. Crazy. Dortmund equalizer. 2-2. Who was that? Anton, his name is. I don't even know some of these Dortmund players, but Bayern 2, Dortmund 2. Arsenal should have scored. Saka takes it round the keeper, doesn't shoot. I don't know why he had 3 touches. Took it round him, shoot, has another touch, and then, Ryder, what are you waiting for? Well, at least Rice is off the pitch. Come on, let's win the game. Odegaard wins it, then loses it, but we win it back. Marino, there's definitely nothing wrong with him. He loves diving. Gets clattered. He's rolling around the floor. I mean, yeah. No, what? Bro, the amount of energy it probably takes for these players. Marino jumps in the air. It probably hurts him landing on the floor. Well, Liverpool fans will be happy because they're going to get this league title very quickly. Alfred, I see people saying Yamal is better than Saka. Can anyone name a top left back in La Liga? Since joining, Anthony has looked like a world beater in that league. I mean, to be honest, I don't know. You got obviously Mendy at Real Madrid. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. The left backs aren't great. Would you take 65 million for Odegaard? If you're bringing me a really good replacement in, it's not completely out of question. If you offered me Cunha for Odegaard now, I'll do that. I'll swap. Now, I don't want that to happen. I want to add Cunha to Odegaard. I don't want to sell him. I would like to have him and another player. But he can't... This season that he's having is unacceptable. I'm sorry. You can't play like this. You can't just have a bad season. And you're in such a pivotal role and you're the captain. Oh, back injury there. Jumps up for the header, lands on his back, Jorginho. Arsenal are literally saying to Liverpool, please just win the league, get it over with. And Liverpool dropping points. Who've Liverpool got? Who have Liverpool got tomorrow? West Ham at home. Come on, man. Surely. Surely. Surely they win that game tomorrow. Janssen said he'd take 50 million for Odegaard. 30 million profit. I know he's having a bad season, but come on. They should beat West Ham tomorrow. I'm taking that 65. The same day I'm sending 120 for Wirtz. It's not hard to replace Odegaard. I mean, that 60 gets you Cunha. 60 gets you Eze. What Odegaard's doing at the moment, Cunha's going to be light years ahead of him. The Odegaard from 2 years ago, I'm rejecting it. But this Odegaard, nah, this can't run. Ball over the top. Good touch by Odegaard. All right, we'll make it 70. It's Saka. Oh, shots blocked. I tell you what, Brentford are decent defending. Look at Lewis Skelly there roughing up Mbuemo. Out wide, Martinelli. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? The man's slipping over. Put your studs on, man. Martinelli's been awful today. He's going to foul him. Knew it. Called it. Martinelli's had that game that made us think he's not Brazilian. Don't play like this on Wednesday, please. Dinesh, Liverpool fans are happy that Arsenal are second. Listen, Arsenal just want you to get it over with. Win the league and move on. Damsgaard hairline is disgraceful. Yeah, I thought it was advertising McDonald's. I can't lie. Surely at that point, you've got two options. Go bold, Phil Mitchell, 2-pack DMX, or you go to Turkey. I mean, that guy's probably on 10, 20, 30 grand a week. Timber low-key looks like Ashton Hall. Maybe that's why he's such a beast. Maybe he does his morning routine, you know what I mean? Ice and 4 a.m. and sit-ups, press-ups. The take of Kieran Tierney. I'm a big fan of Tierney, bro. I think he's solid. And Tierney deserves to be a full-time left-back. That's the problem. Tierney could start for Man United. He could probably start for Arsenal. It's just because we invert our left-back. Luke Shaw's never fit, and they ain't got no one else. That Dorgu ain't very good, but they're playing with wing-backs. So I'm getting Vitinha with Odegaard money. The only thing with that, I don't think you get Vitinha out of PSG. You know? I don't think you'd get him. I think PSG have got rich owners. They win a lot of trophies. They're in the Champions League quarterfinals, same stage as us. I don't think Vitinha would be desperate to leave PSG to come to Arsenal. But I hear you as a player. He's an absolute baller. No, not 30 million for Odegaard. We're saying 30 million profit. We paid 30. If somebody offered 65, 30 mil profs, I'd consider it. With the players that are available in that position, I would. But it's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. No one's offering 65 million for this Odegaard. Trossard doesn't even look like he cares. He's got to go, man. He's got to go. He's poor. He's poor, man. 2 wins in our last 7 Premier League games. Wow. I tell you, it's a good job we beat Real Madrid. I'm telling you, because this Premier League form is not pretty. It's not pretty at all. That's why when people are saying you need to apologise, I'm not apologising until I see something happen. And I mean something serious, like you're lifting silverware. Chat GPT said, sad to miss out on the league title again, Big C, but Mourinho outscoring the entire Man United attack is the funniest-ish ever. That's madness, isn't it? Their attack is so poor. Man, you need to sell Højlund, man. Oh. Trossard kicks it out of play. That sums up his game, mate. He is not good enough for this team. He was a clutch super sub for the first couple of years. He's washed up now. Trust me. 30 years of age. Get that guy out of this club this summer. And then Martinelli can be the impact player off the bench because I'm not even starting him next season. They need to buy a serious left winger in the summer. Get rid of Trossard and put Martinelli on the bench. That's the upgrade that's needed. Trossard don't care, honestly. I can't believe we were offering him a new deal. And he said no. Get rid of him. Oh, was the goal thing coming up again? That thing's just wild, you know. It just comes on by itself. No goal. I wish there was a goal. Thank God he rejected the contract extension. I'm delighted. That goal sign's got a mind of its own. I think it gets bored of the game and just decides to flash. Jorginho gets whacked in the chest down on the ground. Getting treatment. Grey hair as well. Yeah, it don't help when you're playing bad and you've got grey hair. You just look like an old man that can't move anymore. Breaking play. We're 45 subscribers away from 92k people. Come on. Push that over the finish line. 6 minutes to go. Plus time added on. PSG look dangerous. They attack and defend as a team. Play like this against PSG, we're getting knocked out. Play like we played against Real Madrid, we get through. But it's going to require a big performance. Now, the positive, obviously, we got a lot of players not playing today, whether that's injury or whether, we benched a lot of our players. If you look at our starting 11 today, Partey will be in midfield, Luis Skelly will be at left back, Timber at right back, Rice and Partey and Odegaard in midfield, and Nwaneri and Trossard won't play. So you're talking more than half the team, but I just don't like the tempo that we're playing at in the Premier League. Raya is good at ball playing, shot stopping, distribution, has to work in a penalty shootout. Yeah. Curtis Nazareth and Mbuemo Wissa combo is so underrated. It is good. I actually don't think Mbuemo's played that well today. But Wissa took his goal very well. No one fancy Villa. Personally, Daniel, I don't know if I'm doing them dirty here, but I think that third goal knocks Villa out. Oh, Jorginho, and he's coming off. So he suffered an injury there because we've got no substitutions left. Jorginho's come off, kind of landed, went in the air, flipped over, landed with like his arm underneath his body. So that could be a bad injury. It might have damaged his arm or damaged some ribs there, which you would think is going to make it very difficult for us to win this game now. We're down to 10 men. We've made all our subs. Jorginho's off injured. So, yeah, 10 men. Can we finally win a game with 10 men? Villa against PSG. Yeah, no. Villa are capable. Like, again, it's the same as Arsenal, Madrid. Villa go 1-0 up early. Then they're only one goal behind. Villa Park will be rocking. Rashford, Asensio, Watkins, Rodgers. They've got good players. But I think PSG will get through. Look at Martinelli again. Every time he's on the floor, look. Bro, you're up straight away. Like, is all that really necessary? All that, he scrunches up his face. I'm always panicking thinking he's injured. There's nothing wrong with him. What chance do you give Madrid? I said the other day, I think we're 75 or 80% through, which is still high, but I don't fully trust this team despite what happened on Tuesday night. Tuesday night has had me on a wave of emotion that I bought merch the next morning. And I'm dreaming of us winning the Champions League, but I still don't fully trust that this team will not get battered by Madrid on Wednesday. I don't. And the reason is some of our characters in this team are soft. And that's the problem. We're good when we're good. When we're bad, we can crumble. Do you know what I mean? Your Odegaards and players like that. If we're in the Bernabeu losing 1-0 and that stadium's rocking and the roof's closed, I don't trust some of these players. I don't trust Trossard. I don't trust Odegaard. I don't trust Kivior. I don't trust them. I'm sorry, I don't. Maybe even Martinelli at times. Nwaneri's been a little bit inconsistent the last few games, losing the ball a lot, but he's a young player. We can let him off with that. They need to be very smart and manage the game very well. Because I'm telling you now, that game is still open. I was saying the other day we need a fourth. 4-0, I think I'd be sitting here with chest saying we're through. 3-0, I'm still not there yet. Madrid score, even if Madrid are 1-0 up at half-time, I'm panicking. Andrew said that's a broken rib. I did something similar skateboarding. That was my first thought, maybe he's... Because I think he was holding his ribs as well. Book Paris, Big C. Nah, man, I'm not booking nothing. I ain't booking a damn thing, bro. Did you keep the tags? No, but we'll tear the sleeve and take it home. Take it home, back to the shop. Here's Mbuemo. Brentford on the attack. You don't want to be losing. That won't help Real Madrid. Come on. Oh, Trossard, get up. Saka's going to get fouled. I guarantee he'll be on the floor within 5 seconds. Ah, fair enough. Stood up. Throw into Arsenal. Robbie said he'll skydive if we lose 4-0. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him skydive, but no, not for that reason. Taboo, would you trade Saka for Lamine Yamal? Nah. And I'm not saying Yamal's one of my favourite players in the world, but there's no Yamal doesn't put up numbers yet. And there's no guarantee he comes to the Premier League and puts those numbers up. So I'll stick with Saka in this team. Big up Omar Curtis. So say we go out Wednesday, what will you do? I mean, what can I do? I'll be doing an Arteta out show immediately after full time. But I don't want it to happen. I'm hoping we just manage the game well. Would you model merch for Arsenal? They'd have to drop a bag of money, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, basket. Oh, we go out. It's NBA playoffs. I'll rebrand the whole channel until next season. I'll come back with an American accent for the playoffs in the NBA. You start talking to me about Arsenal, I'll just pretend I don't know what you're talking about. Here's Mbeumo. Brentford on the attack. Overhits. Mbeumo's been poor today. Mbeumo's been poor. I haven't rated his performance at all. End product's not been there. Big up everyone locked in. Hope you are. We're over 4,150 of you, man. That's amazing support. Unbelievable support. Get the likes up. Subscribe if you haven't already. 39 away, people. 39 away from 92k. Let's get there today. That'll be a positive from this game, considering it's been an absolute snore fest. We're at 1,400 likes. Can we get 2,000? Big up to everyone locked in. Really appreciate it. Hey, guys, be excited, guys. That's only the start. But we'll go beyond that, Stuart, if we need to. We'll go beyond that. You know, but 6 minutes of stoppage time. We're already a minute in. We don't look like scoring. We're down to 10 men. We made 5 subs, and then Jorginho came off injured. He looked in a lot of pain. I would imagine he suffered it's like you said, it looks like he's damaged maybe his ribs. Look at that from Odegaard, man. So scruffy. Why do you have to go to the right? I swear down, Saka's got a magnet. He just pulls Odegaard over. Now, that's a nice ball. Saka drills it across. Not a great ball. It gets blocked. He's got to pick someone out there. Look at Odegaard. He's like, Saka, I'll just wait until you're back on side, mate, and give you the ball again. Saka lays it off. What are we doing here? No. Marino back out wide to Timber. 4 minutes to go, people. This has been dreadful, this game. Oh, Odegaard. Come on, hit it, pillow foot. Lays off to Martinelli, who's played like he's from Peru. Still looks like Peru. What kind of shot is that? Who was that? Kivior? Oh, Martinelli, yeah. Check. He's going to foul him. He'll just run into... Oh, he's been done. He's been absolutely done there. Brentford on the attack. Oh, he's looking for Mbeumo. He's stopped running. He don't find... This game's been absolutely... Honestly, I swear, every league game I watch Arsenal play, it gets worse. That Real Madrid victory has saved our season because this is absolute dog. This is win the dog. So bad. Look at the state of Trossard. Look at that pass. He can't even play a 5-yard pass. Look, even that pass, bro. It's bobbling. Come on. Can we win it late on, Odegaard? I'd love a late winner here. Saka. Got no support. Body's in front of him. You need to move it. Gets to the byline. Good strength. Drills it across. It's blocked. Saka, come on. Drill it. Drill it. Oh, what a block. Brentford are good at defending, man. Change the dog's name to Draw. You're not wrong, bro. I tell you what, man. Brentford have defended so well today. The amount of blocks they've put in. Don't insult my Peruvians. No, you're right. I might have to go for a smaller country in South America. What happened there? Saka crossed it. Oh, Saka, Odegaard was in a lot of space. What happened? How's that player on the floor? Odegaard pulled him to the floor. Look, man, are saying Bolivia. Go for Bolivia instead of Peru. Haiti. Liverpool need 3 wins to confirm the title. Just get it over with. I hope Liverpool win tomorrow. Get it over with. I'm bored of it. I want to see it over. The Prem, oh my days. I can't believe I've got to watch. How many more? 6 more Premier League games. Oh, absolute pain. Bolinelli. Guatemala. Guatanelli. We need to do something, but what I'm watching from him is awful. 90 seconds to go. Well, yeah, 90 seconds. Martinelli, left-hand side. What you got? Nothing. Cross deflected. Keeper collects it. 12 draws, 12 games Arteta couldn't scrape 1 goal from. That's disgusting, isn't it? 12 draws, 12 draws this season. Is that the most draws in the Prem? No, Everton have drawn 14. And Brighton have drawn 12 as well. Yeah. That's where it's been lost. 12 draws. Imagine we win 6 or 7 of them. We'd be right there with Liverpool. It's Trossard. Just play a simple pass because anything complicated ain't going to work. Look, Marino's trying to get a free kick again. Are we going to score? 20 seconds to go. Saka, come on. Come on, Saka. Yo! Just wide. I think that'll be the end of the game. By the time this goalkeeper gets the ball. Ref's going to blow full time. Come on, just blow the whistle, man. We've all seen enough of this rubbish. Brentford, one last attack. Why is there so many empty seats, man? It's a Saturday. It's not that late. There you go, full time. It's over. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Mikel, honestly, I'm telling you, you are so lucky that Tuesday night happened, man. Honestly, if Madrid would have beaten us, I'd be having meltdowns galore right now. I hope Liverpool win tomorrow. Get that title over with. I'm sick of watching this. Saliba and Wissa. Do they know each other? Tough watch, great watch along. Hey, I want to say a big thank you to the community. The numbers that you guys are turning up with. I honestly thought Premier League watch-alongs might start to fall, but over 4,000 of you locked in is unbelievable. Really appreciate that. Who would you give man of the match to today? Who would be your man of the match? I would probably go Thomas Partey, Solid at right back. Scored a goal. Oh, Declan Rice. Yeah, it's a great run. Could go for Deckers again. But I'm thinking Partey playing out of position. Scores a great goal. Defensively solid. I'll take it. I will take it. This is why, man, everyone's trying to sell their tickets. You don't want to watch that. Really good goal by Wissa. I can't lie. I was impressed with that finish. Trossard, mate. Drossard today. Absolute dross. He actually has games where he does nothing. Why does Wissa know all the Arsenal players? It's cracking jokes with Saliba. Him and Declan Rice are chatting. Them man must live in the same area or something. Wissa said, yo, get me to Arsenal, bro. 20 mil backup striker. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that game. I think what we do with that game is just delete it from our memory. That's an absolute shocker. How was the game? Go and get some paint, put it on your wall and stare at it until it dries. That was the game. When you look at, man said, what game? Yeah, you're not wrong. Listen, we've got a chance in the Champions League, a chance, and we have, obviously, we made a lot of changes today. But what I'm saying is we've seen this performance even when we had a lot of our players available earlier in the season. It needs to change next season. The slow, methodical football doesn't help us. We're too slow. We're too predictable. These Premier League clubs, they find it easy to defend against us. It doesn't look difficult to play against, and that's the problem. Look how quick we played against Real Madrid. But in the league, we're too slow and predictable. But listen, let's just look at the bigger picture. We didn't lose. The Premier League games are going to be boring. Get Liverpool the title as quick as possible so we don't have to do the Guard of Honour. I actually hope they beat West Ham tomorrow. I want them to get the league title over with. What we need, hopefully Partey's all right. He was smiling. I'm thinking if you are injured, you're not smiling when you know you've got Real Madrid on Wednesday. So no one getting injured. We didn't lose. That's the best I can offer you in terms of positivity, people. It wasn't great. Player ratings are not going to be that high. I thought Saliba and Kivior were pretty solid. Partey and Tierney, the whole back four did all right. Raya did well. Jorginho was quiet. It's just a typical 6 out of 10 Jorginho. Rice was decent. Zinni was decent. He came off. Waneri was quiet again. And honestly, I thought Trossard was absolutely horrendous. And so was Martinelli. Them two were terrible. Martinelli's had a good little resurgence for 2 or 3 games, but don't get caught up in him either. Them two are not good enough. For me, because Trossard turns 31 in December, I would get him out of the door and sell him in the summer. Martinelli would be the impact player off the bench. We desperately need a top quality left winger. We got a serious problem on that left-hand side. Serious problem. So, yeah, here's what it is. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. After today, Liverpool, 11 points clear on the same games. Just get it over with. Beat West Ham tomorrow, please. I've had enough. I'm bored. I'm bored of watching Arsenal play. That needs refreshing, actually. We're on 32. There we go. 32. They're 10 points clear with a game in hand. A win tomorrow would get them to 13 points clear on the same games. Title's over. Take the trophy to Anfield tomorrow. Give it them. 12 draws, people. 12 draws in a Premier League season. The most points we can get now is 81 points. And that's if we win every game. And we're not going to win every game. We've still got Newcastle. We've still got Liverpool. We're going to drop more points. We're going to end up with 70-odd points. Last season, we had 89 points. We had 89 points and 91 goals. We're going to end up in 70-odd points, and we've only scored 57 goals with 6 games to go. We'll probably end up with 60-odd goals and 70-odd points, when last year we had 89 points and 91 goals. I'm telling you now, and I don't want to bring negativity to what has been an amazing week as an Arsenal fan, but we also need to look at the fact that if Arteta doesn't win the Champions League, this Premier League season needs to be looked at. It needs to be looked at. That is a big drop-off. Big drop-off. And it's not like he's nicked an FA Cup to just keep us, or at least we got to Wembley and won a trophy. You didn't touch the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup final. This Premier League season, even though we're second, it's been absolute garbage. It's been boring. Man City have scored more goals than us. You know what I mean? We're a boring team to watch in the Premier League. I'm sorry. People say injuries. I've seen teams with injuries and win titles. I've seen teams with injuries and play entertaining football. Our football, a lot of the time, is boring to watch. So if you're not entertaining us, I expect success. Which is why when people say apologise to Arteta, there's no apology. Win the Champions League, I'll apologise sincerely. 12 draws is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Brentford are 11th, 5 points clear of Man United. Man United are not even going to make the top half of the table. Neither are Tottenham. But yeah, they obviously need to win the Europa League to give them Europe. Prem, I don't know. Listen, the way I'm looking at it, it's all about Wednesday. If Wednesday, let me just say one thing. Wednesday is going to be a difficult game to watch unless we score early and we can start to relax. I think Wednesday is going to be difficult. Honestly, I'm still not comfortable at 3-0. I'm still not comfortable. I want to make it abundantly clear. I don't want to bring negativity. It's been a great week, but we didn't win the Champions League this week. We won a massive game in the Champions League. There needs to be a point where we go, okay, what a feeling, we beat Real Madrid. Now what's next? If you get caught up in that Real Madrid win for too long, you end up getting caught out. There's still players in this team that I don't trust. And I hope we don't get put into a situation on Wednesday where we're relying on people who are not totally reliable. Do you know what I mean? So I really hope we score first on Wednesday, just to take nerves away, because that place is going to be a fortress, right? They've said they're closing the roof. The ultras are going to light up the streets. They're going to go for our neck. The next settings, as Kev said. So we need to defend properly and manage that game. If we can score early, we'll calm down. Odegaard again comes on for 20-odd minutes. Didn't really do much. Played one decent pass to Saka. Texas Cannons, do we need a couple of nasty thugs on the team? I mean, there aren't many what I would call nasty thugs in the game anymore because VAR stops it. But just streetwise players that if you've got to dig deep and defend, they're about it. Gabriel can do it. Declan Rice can do it. Partey can do it. But I think we need a couple more. We need a striker, man. We need a striker. We need a left winger. We need a better attacking midfielder than what we're seeing from Odegaard. You offered me Cunha right now. Odegaard's getting benched for him because he can run. He can shoot. He's physical. He can go left, go right. He offers different problems. Odegaard's too predictable. And we need a left winger. Our left wingers, oh my days. Trossard today. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful, Trossard. Martinelli was awful as well. That left wing, them two have faded so much. Man of the match are the fans that sat through and watched. Yeah, 100% War Eagle. Ricky said, end of the honeymoon from Real to reality. Yeah, they better wake up now because you can't switch form on and off. You can't batter Real Madrid, then play like that against Brentford, and then go back to Madrid and play well, then play bad, and you'll get caught out eventually. Sam said, beat the best team in the world. A few days later, draw to Brentford. A perfect summary of Arsenal under Arteta. Very inconsistent. And Samir said, bro, look at Saka's passing. He's so bad. The guy did the same bad pass in 2 seconds. Nah, Saka's still quality, but yeah, didn't look like he was at his best, that's for sure. People, thank you very much for tuning in. We're 35 away from 92K. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Maybe people on playback will watch it back and subscribe. Fan cam will be out shortly. There's not a lot to talk about, but yeah, it is what it is. What I would say to every Arsenal fan is enjoy the rest of your Saturday, enjoy Sunday, enjoy Monday, enjoy Tuesday. Because I'm telling you now, Wednesday, hopefully it goes our way, but I think that game is going to be difficult to watch because I think that game's going to look totally different. So I hope we just manage it and win the game, but I'm still nervous about Wednesday. I'm sorry, I am. But hopefully we get the job done. And I'm not going to get too caught up in the Premier League games because we're making multiple changes. What's bothering me is the tempo that we play at. The tempo. Do you know what I mean? Play at a quicker... Look at the goal we scored today. It was because we got the ball, threw it out, run, play, goal. We have to play quicker. We seem to play at a slow, methodical tempo. And it's easy to play against. But listen, 1-1. And yeah, another boring game. 12 draws this season in the Premier League, people. if we don't win the Champions League, they're going to need to seriously look at what's happened this season. Why we've drawn so many games, why we didn't make any final. So that Champions League is the shining light that could save a pretty average season. So is what it is. Partey or Declan Rice maybe as man of the match today. I would go with Partey, playing out of position, defended well, scored a quality goal, did the job, but 1-1, conceded a sloppy goal, Whisper equalised. So yeah, if you haven't watched that game, don't bother. You ain't missing a damn thing. That game was an absolute snorefest. Anyway, big up the community. Legends, as always. Appreciate your support. All the comments, super chats, new subscribers, all the original subscribers. Fan cam will be out shortly. What am I going to say in the fan cam? I watch paint dry for 90 minutes. People, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Take care. And I will see you all soon, people. Bless.